That's not always a fun noise. Thank you. All right. Let me see here.
Should I start?
Yeah, I'm started. Yeah. Thank you for beginning the show like that. I'm sure people understand. All right. Yeah, just getting started here, as you could tell. All the background banter. It's a good way to start a comedy show with, the things that your wife's doing in the background. So we'll blame it on the children. We'll blame it on the children. All right. Yeah, just kidding. I don't have anything set up. Just give me a moment here. Starting everything up here. I woke up late, which is it is a rare thing for the bar to wake up late. As you know, I've been ill the past couple of days. I'm probably going to go to the doctor tomorrow. It turns out I have an intestinal infection from the antibiotics that was given to me to heal my back. That happens. It's a side effect of the antibiotics. And the reason why it was causing me extreme pain is because I was taking stuff to stop me from going to the bathroom. And so it made me worse. It caused lots and lots of pain. Let's see here. Yeah, just getting set up here with your entertainment. All of this background stuff I'm trying to get together here. It's rare that I'm late. It's rare that I am not on time. But, I'm making my way here. There we are. We are posting tomatoes aimed at the fundies that keep coming here in Discord, or like a tomato emoji. That would be fun, right? Yeah, they all keep coming, and that's their nature, right? You found it. Kiki is here. Vixen is here. Yeah, antibiotics will do that. They mess with gut health. Yeah. I was hoping to heal naturally. I believe in the power of the human body, but I guess I got to go to the doctor because it doesn't seem to be getting better. Oh, just a moment. Yeah, a little bit behind in lots of things here. Didn't expect to get up. Usually I get up about 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I think what threw me off this morning was my son getting home at 3 a.m. He's an adult. Out partying with his friends or something. And so he wakes me up at 3 a.m. I go back to bed. And I think that's what the problem was, is I continue to sleep after that. That was my whole deal. So I'm setting up the background stuff here still. I got up right about a half hour ago. So I'm running around, trying to get things together. Let's see here. Yeah, just a tad bit behind. Bear with the bard as he gets all of his shit together here. That's what I want. I was just finishing up my emoji from not emoji, my YouTube short. I put a YouTube short every morning out, and it's a different theme every day. And today it was Alan Watts talking about the eternal moment. Yeah, all of the destination of your whole life is not to go to some place. That's how we live, right? We live to go to a place, right? We're always trying to get to that place. That place doesn't exist, right? If you think about it, right? If you think about, look at the examples from your life, for instance. Look at the examples of your life when you've tried to get to that place, right? The song remains the same, right? Led Zeppelin. You get to that place. It's nice for a little while, but then you begin the search again. You're trying now to accomplish something, to feel that feeling that you once had. The song remains the same. You keep going back, doing it over and over again. And Alan Watts teaches that That is not where you're supposed to be going. Where you're supposed to be going is right here. Now think about that for a moment. There's a lot of power in that. Think about that for a moment. What makes that moment that you want to get to so special and wonderful? You create a scenario in your mind of happiness, right? You say, I will be happy when I get to this place, when I accomplish this purpose. I will be happy when I do this, when I do that. And then you get to the place, and then all of this happiness happens for you. You created the whole problem. You created the suffering up into the event. And when you got there, you achieved the happiness. All of that stuff can be achieved right in the moment. You don't have to make it 50 years from now when you get your college degree. Right now, you can create the same effect within you by recognizing that everything you need is in the moment right here. With all of your weaknesses, with all of your disabilities, with all of your problems, you have the power to create your own joy. And that's what Alan Watts taught. He learned that the past and the future are illusions. We make them into these illusions. Everything that you experience is right here in the moment, right? So while you're creating this fantasy and you're trying to get there, you are suffering until you get to the fantasy achieved, right? Everything that you need is right now. Think about that for a moment. You put all of this hope in this fantasy that you hope one day will come true, when you can have all the joy right now. You can begin to enter in it, right? As the Christ taught, the kingdom of God is here right now. It's not tomorrow. It is right now. You can have it right now. You don't have to wait, right? Some Christian saints believe this, like Saint Simeon, the new theologian. He was an Eastern Orthodox saint. He taught that the second coming of Christ is right now, when you begin to see the uncreated energies of God in the creation, when you begin to see the divine within yourself and around you. That is when you have heaven, not tomorrow. This is a big scam that continues to be propagated by people. If you do this, you have enough Scientology, you'll be happy. You have to keep getting more Scientology. It's the same cultic idea in many religions, right? You have to keep doing, you have to keep achieving. Why do you think children are so joyful, right? Until we take that joy away from them. And we start putting our fears and problems on children. Children have a natural way to experience the joy of life, right? Until we take that away from them, say, well, you need to grow up and get a job and you have to go to college. You know, we take that away from them. And then they begin to worry. They begin to be afraid. They begin to want to achieve, right? But in the beginning, they have a natural joy because they have the moment. They know how to exist in the moment, right? They know how to be loved in the moment. Do you know how to do that? Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten to be loved, right? All right, let me go back to your comments here. I know that I'm already behind. I wanted to greet people. Metalhead Money, nice to see you. ELP, Jeremiah. Have I ever heard of penises? No, I have not. Big Stank is here. Is this a satanic temple? Yes, we do have Satanists here. We have the demon. He is a Satanist. Yeah. I am not. Tea of walnut leaves for you. That helps against bad bugs. Yeah. Let's see. They must have been burnt. Oh, my. Good morning, Daniel Berry Sport. Yeah, good to see you. Let's see here. Joseph the artist is here. Good to see you. You are part of the satanic temple, but the bard is just a bard. Yeah. See, the demon here, he is a real Satanist. You are non-theist, right? You are non-theist? Let's see here. What is the word of the day, bard? That all of eternity is in the moment. That is the word of the day. All of your destinations that you want to get to find happiness is right here. You don't have to Go. You create all of the suffering. Think about that. You have this idea in your mind, right? I will be happy when X happens. I have to go through Y to get to X. You create the suffering of yourself until you get to the place. And then sometimes you get there, sometimes you don't. If you don't get there, what happens? You keep having this fantasy of the future. I will be happy when I get there, right? And it never happens. Now, if you achieve the process, if you go through, you'll get to your first degree or whatever. I got to go back and get my master's degree now. Or I have to get the promotion at the job to be happy. I have to become the boss. You keep having these ideas that are pitched to you that you'll be happy when you lose 50 pounds. You'll be happy. Now, you might feel better about yourself when you lose 50 pounds. You might feel healthier. But that is not the source of your life. Everything that you need is in the moment, right now, right here, right now, as Jesus Jones once said. This is where you experience everything that is good. Stop making these plans. Now, it's nice to, like, I want to make more money. I want to take care of my family, right? By doing the YouTube here. We had a good week. We had 1,000 subscribers this week. I want to make more money doing this. But I'm not looking at this as I will be happy when I make all the money. No, if I'm not happy now, I'm not going to be happy when the money is made. This is a lie. You must become happy now. You must find joy right now. And there's a reason for joy, right? If you are, you can always come up with a reason. Like if you are crippled in your bed, for instance, right? There's not a lot of options for you. You're stuck in your bed chambers. You're 75 years old. You have all kinds of medical conditions. You're stuck in your bed chambers. The future does not look bright, right? In terms of your health, you're going downhill. You're about to hit. You have nothing. You cannot make these plans. What are you going to do? Are you going to be miserable, or are you going to be grateful? I am grateful that I had good parents that loved me. I am grateful that I was able to meet this person and to be kind. I am grateful for the children that I have, right? You can always find something. I'm grateful for this nurse and her kindness, right? You can always find something to build upon that moment of joy within you. You have the power to do that, but you are taught not to use that power. There are powers that want you to be miserable. They want you to bitch and whine the rest of your life, right? And you might have a right to do that, right? You might have had shitty things happen to you. You might have a right to bitch and whine. But don't let that right become your misery. Don't let it become your misery. Learn to live in the moment, in the freedom it offers to you. There's freedom for you in the moment, if you wish to find it. So that is the word of the day. Let's see. You are the direct descendant of Satan. Well, good for you. I believe it. Jeremiah, he's a strange person. I try to have conversations with him. Sometimes I read his comments on accident. So I don't know what the hell he's saying. He's a really strange person, or a professional troll. I commend him. Jeremiah, if you are a troll, you have outdone the best of us in what you can do. Your conversation pieces are very unique, and I commend you for that. Now, if you are not a troll, Jeremiah, I suggest that you find help from a mental health professional right away. I mean, the things that you say are really off the chart. I'm hoping you're a professional troll. Your family never got what? Let's see here. You like Krishna Morty too on YouTube? I never heard of them. There's a lot of good people on YouTube. I can't keep up with all of it. I try to be someone of service here to people, to humanity. And if you like what I'm doing, go up and give that a touch there. If you are here, That helps me to make a living. If you're on a cell phone, it's at the top of your screen. The little thumbs up, that's where it is. You're on your computer screen, it's down there on the bottom. If you enjoy it, why not give it a like, right? Why am I dressed like a hobbit? For fun, yeah. I am a hobbit for fun and for entertainment privileges. Let's see. You think it's funny how... Shit, where did that comment go? Yeah, I try to talk to everyone on here, so be prepared. Let's see, where am I at? Yeah. Let's see. You think it's funny how Scientologists try to act tough? Oh, Scientologists, when you piss them off, what do? They have like a committee that comes and annoys the shit out of you. They'll stand it. Like if you're a reporter and you want to expose Scientology, they have a committee of goons, the Scientology goon squad, that will come to you and annoy the shit out of you. They know the laws. If you tell them to leave you alone, what they'll do is they'll go out and stand in the street for a while. They'll force you to get restraining orders. And then they'll stand, like if this is 50 yards away, they will go out with their cars 50 yards away, and they'll have like signs with your names. They're really evil. The goon squad of Scientology. It is an evil religion. It's worse than Catholicism and the Jehovah's Witnesses. Let's see here. JC's your favorite rapper. JC is down with the PD. Now every single bitch wants to see me. You remember that rap? That was from I had changed the lyrics a little bit. But I want to see someone remember those lyrics. I know some of you know what they are. There's got to be someone that's over the age of 45 on here. Let's see here. The Satanic Star. No, it's the Star of David. I am Jewish. Yeah. I am promoting Judaism here with my Star of David and my Cauldron of David for your foreskin. Yeah. What is a ligma? The Shiva Linga. I don't know what a lingma is. I know what a Shiva Linga is. Oh, let's see. Let's see here. You feel the static temples are good for society as long as they obey real laws. Yeah. I think the satanic in the United States it's the phenomena. Like you won't find a satanic temple in places like India. It will serve no purpose. It's really a contradiction to the political narrative. That's why it's so popular. Most people don't like the old school Satanism, right? Where you have people that are really into the dark lore. Now, these types of Satanists, they do creep in to the normal Satanism in the United States, which is kind of like a patriotic group of Americans who don't like religion of the United States. They think it has influenced politics too much. The Satanic Temple, they're just, patriots, really. Some of them don't give a shit about deities at all. It's just a philosophy that they follow that, they call Satanism. They could be, they're just patriots, really, in my opinion. But you do have, the demon would know. Do you have like old school Satanists mingling with you that don't mingle quite well in the Church of Satan that you're at? Now, there's all these kind of organizations of people, right, that have these names. They're really just contradictions. That's what they are. But there is a real Satanism in the world that's unhealthy and not good. There are certain philosophies within Satanism that are unhealthy and self-centered that will not last in terms of contribution to the world. Like, as long as Christianity is going to be around in the United States, there's going to be a Church of Satan. But if there will not be one, then it will something that will fade away. I mean, it's not going to be around forever. It's not, the philosophy within Satanism doesn't have the tendency to reach out and bring people into it. You know, these are educated people. They are mostly patriots that don't like the politics in the United States, that have been influenced heavily by evangelical Christianity. And so they contradict it. I mean, I think it's funny, the shit that they do. They put a statue of Beelzebub out in front of next to the Ten Commandments. So, I mean, that is funny. You know, it's funny when they show up to like political events and they have a favorite politician, right? I remember watching the Camilla Harris's running mate. I forgot what his name was. I just remember watching. The Church of Satan would like to thank our senator friend here for all of his, you know, they were giving him all kinds of praise and stuff. I could see him up there shitting his pants. Like, well, this is what you caused. Oh, man. Let's see here. We got tomatoes out. The tomatoes are anti-fundamentalism symbols now on our channel, the tomato. Now, I don't mind, you know, Christian fundamentalists. I just ignore them unless I can make fun of you. Like, you know, every day I get an exorcism on here at some point. I mean, it's ridiculous, the things that they do. You don't have to worry about that when you have Christ lie. The idea that you're going to go to a heaven one day makes you miserable until you get there. I know, I lived that out until I learned that heaven is right here, that Jesus never taught anyone that he was going to take you anywhere. Never said that once. He said, when you are reborn, you shall see the kingdom of God. It is here. And that's what modern Druidry teaches me, that everything divine is right here in what is natural. You don't have to go to another place. This is such a lie that is taught by Christians, that one day you'll meet the God. Until then, let's just pretend that he's here. Yeah, if you don't experience divinity now, you're not going to experience it later. This is such a scam. Let's see. Yeah, it is not a satanic star, sir. It is the Star of David. I am Jewish. Eat tomatoes, Dave. Up your nose. Raven said, nice to see you. Those are good words of the day. You're welcome, Scott. You are welcome. Have I ever been to a church? Yeah, I used to work in one. I was a minister. Yeah. I was a Christian for 30 years. I was a missionary. And I was ordained in the Ruthenian Greek Catholic Church. Yeah. I was a deacon for 6 years. 6 years. Was it? 6 years. Well, almost 6 years. Just under 6 years. I retired because of a disability. Have I ever summoned a spirit? Yeah, the bad decision. I think conjuring is very dangerous and you shouldn't do it. I learned the hard way from doing that. Just because you're saying some sweet name to some angelic being, anyone can pick up that on the other line, right? What does the pentagle symbolize? It depends on who you're asking, right? It has many different symbolisms. For me, it is a symbol to repulse Christians from coming here and annoying the shit out of me. They think it is demonic, so I put it up. But it is also in Druidry, it is the symbol of the ovite. It is a symbol of divining. It is a symbol of healing. You know, it is on the shield of Sir Gawain, right? It's a natural, sacred geometrical symbol. And it depends on what religion or what spirituality is using it. It could be the 5 elements. That's what it's normally acquainted with. It's a symbol of power that draws on the 5 elements for some people. Now, in terms of conjuring, it's been used 2 ways. It's been used to summon an entity in some versions of, occult spirituality. It's been used to summon an entity into it. And the opposite, people have been in the circle for protection and summon the entity outside. So it's been used in 2 different ways. I think it's kind of ridiculous that you think a little circle is going to protect you from an entity. These beings, these entities, you have to understand something. They've been around a lot longer than you have. I got a cold here. Sorry about that. I ran out of my allergy medicine that keeps me flowing properly here. I have to get some of that today. Pick me up some Claritin D, wife. She's going to be out. So, when you are conjuring your spirits, keep in mind something. They are older than you, and they will play along with you. They'll pretend like your magic words are doing shit. There's no guarantee that your words do anything. There's no guarantee for you. Just because Witch Nana had it circle in her conjuring, it worked for her. Keep in mind, it is just a symbol. They will play your game. Recently I was quite thrown back. I watched this video of this woman who is a therapist who came into contact with a demonic entity. And she tries to give these entities therapy. Now, she tries to pull this understanding of universal free will, like it's a law of the universe. These entities play along. And she was talking about all of the entities she's been talking to. She's been talking to herself. These entities have been manifesting through her, not her patients. She cannot see the consistency of the behavior of the beings that she's talking to. They're all the same. Sometimes they're extraterrestrials too. These entities. Now, if you're a member of Ovid, you can watch it. They put it up there. The former chief. He's still very active, and he's wonderful. He's a therapist as well, and he was quite mesmerized by this lady and wanted people's opinion. I didn't want to put my opinion on there because I am new to the organization. I didn't want to look like I was a fundamentalist or anything, because I'm not. I listened to her, and I've been experiencing demonic entities for most of my life. I know the games they play. They love exorcisms. They love making all the noises and shit. And, sitting through the exorcism, screaming, flying around and all this shit. You people who do these exorcisms, you ever ask why they don't leave when you say the name of Jesus? Why they need you to do all these rituals and shit? They love playing the game. And what they'll do is they'll leave and they'll come back later. And the woman or man will get repossessed again. Until you teach that person how to deal with the entity, they'll keep playing your games. And this therapist person is very naive, in my opinion. Now, I didn't want to put that on there. She is very naive, and she doesn't see the patterns that these entities, they act the same way in each individual. Now, she is doing hypnosis on these people, right? She is making these people participate in her demonic problems. All of these people with their behavioral problems, they come to her because she's a therapist. And they start manifesting their behavioral problem. And then she goes into the therapy and then encounters the same entity each time with a different voice, a different name. And this woman is very, very naive. She thinks that she's helping these people. She is not. She's making them worse. Making them worse. When you encounter a demonic entity, you should be helping that person to be free from it. This entity is torturing them. matter what they're doing. They might be giving them nice things, but they are making that person pay. They are destroying their social lives. And this woman, she's just playing along. Johnny, you need to go into the light. How do you know there's a light, lady? How do you know? She goes, you're violating the universal rule of free will how do you know there is any rules? This lady is making all of this shit up and dealing with these entities, and she is the source of them. She is manifesting her. Now, you think about this also, and we know that people have the power to manifest things psychically. This has been proven with poltergeists in people's homes, that sometimes the problem is not a poltergeist, it's you. You're psychically frustrated and have all of this bottled up energy that's knocking shit over and closing doors and shit. I mean, this repetitive behavior. The problem is not a spirit, it's the person. Now, this has already been demonstrated that for people dealing with entities like parapsychologists, this has been demonstrated that there's no entity. It is the person that is doing it. I have encountered this in my own experience, that people have the power, especially like religious people sometimes. They start manifesting things and everyone thinks they're a Christian saint now. Some of these people have the power to be cult leaders and they don't know it. And then somebody finds them and makes them into a superhero. Like Padre Pio, he was mentally ill. If you read his life story, he had the stigmata. He manifested that. The stigmata was in all of the wrong places. We know from our sciences that if you are crucified with stakes in your hand, the weight of your body will tear them out. Crucifixion was done between these bones here. It was not in your forehead. This is what we know from our sciences. That this had no purpose. Now, you could have certainly tied the ropes around the hands. But that's not the way Romans did things. They weren't there to make you feel good on your way out. They were torturing you. They crucified you right here. That is where you were crucified. Padre Pio was right here. Now, if you read some of the shit that he was talking about, that he saw, it was really messed up. Now, the good things that he did, they were all manifestations of him. The way he talked about God sometimes was really bizarre. And, him going upstairs at night getting beat up by demons to suffer for Jesus was a terrible, terrible teaching that scared the shit out of many, many Catholic people. All right. Let's see here. I need to get a new tissue here. Nose is dripping like a faucet. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Let's see here. Where am I at? I knew her, went to high school with her. Let's see. The Tortoise says over and over. Launching tomatoes at fundies already. Look at that. Am I a pagan? No, I am not a pagan. Now, I am an agnostic, is what I am. Now, I have Keradwin is a goddess of mine. She is a guide. She is a symbol. She's an ancestor. Now, if I was a Christian, she'd be a saint. They did that to Bridget. Now, having a goddess doesn't make me a pagan. I don't do any rituals for her. I'm not out in the, running around naked in the forest and stuff like that. I practice Druidry, earth-based spirituality. Are you a strange person? Probably. Let's see here. Have I been to Stonehenge? Not yet. That is one of my goals in life, is to go and visit the places of my ancestors. Yeah. Eventually I'll get there. Am I into Satan? No. I am not. Satan to me is the boogeyman of Christianity. I don't believe in a Satan. There's lots of Satans in the world, really. There's lots of evil beings, but not beings that are doing the work of the God. Satan in the Bible is an entity that operates under the guidance of the God. He does all of the dirty work of the God. You read about it throughout the Bible. I mean, it's terrible that a God needs a Satan to do his dirty work. It's pretty pathetic, right? He is the tempter, right? He comes to test you. Why does a God need a being like that? I mean, think about that for a moment. It's pretty pathetic. You have this one responsible for all the evil in the world. Well, who's running the evil? It is the God. The God casts them down to earth, right? Why do that? To finite, imperfect human beings. Why expose us? Now think about that. You have the Garden of Eden, right? If you are a Christian, you believe in the Garden of Eden is real. And you have a tempter in the garden. Now think of it as a parent. You have new children playing in the park, right? Would you create a predator to enter the park to play with your children? Here, Timmy, want this candy apple? Oh, it will give you great power. Would you let your children play in a park with a predator? I mean, can't you see how ridiculous this understanding of the devil is and how evil it makes the father? I am a father. I have 8 children. And I could tell you the God of the Bible is no father. He is a tormentor. He's a terrible and evil being. You know, this is really, really sick. Sam, good to see you. I'm not looking for mental health professional. You are looking for, let's see here. Oh, man. Oh, you don't want them coming to you. Oh, I see. Oh, let's see. Where am I at here? I know I'm a little bit behind. Been doing a lot of talking and beginning conversations here, right? Getting carried away. Let's see here. Is Ceridwen in the Mabby? I don't think so. There are things in there that allude to her. The mythology of Ceridwen was an oral tradition up until, I think, around the 15th, 16th century. And then it was started to be written down. That's how I understand. I could be wrong about that. I am not an expert. Ceridwen's mythology, you can trace it all the way back to the Indo-European tradition. And you could see the same goddess, like in India, you know, because India also came from the Indo-European tradition. You have, Pravati, right? The same goddess, but in a different culture. She is a universal goddess. It's good to see you, Samantha. I am Wiccan today? No, I am not Wiccan. These are symbols of Druidry here. They are not Wiccan. Wiccans use the same symbols. Let's see here. Hello, Scott. Glad to have you here. Oh my, where am I at here? Gwendolyn is here. Good to see the high priestess of the orchard, Aes Sedai. And our albino elven friend, Elric, is here. Yeah. Elric has always had a problem with his sword, letting his sword push him around. Oh, man. Oh, no. Kiki, you are typing Mark of the Beast. You keep seeing your poodle that lifts his back legs and pees against a tree. Oh, man. It's all fake bullshit for you, West, where you don't have to be here. Oh, West. I have a giant pentagram over your head. Am I in Motley Crue? Yes, I am. I was the keyboardist. Girls, girls, girls. Yeah. Yeah. You're the mental professional for Jeremiah. Yeah. Yeah. He's a strange person. You think Christianity is going somewhere? Nope. It's going to be here forever. Christianity, its success is being able to control people. Did you know that? That is the success of Christianity. Look at the history. It's all there. They have this way to control and manipulate. You know why Christianity has slowed down? Why it seems to be disappearing? Because we have laws now that they can't go around torturing people and burning people at the stake. It's because civilization is caught up in most of the Western world. What religions are thriving that don't have the breaks? Islam, right? That's Christianity 2.0, right? It doesn't have the same, especially in the countries where it bears fruit. Like they throw gays off of buildings and stuff in certain places of Islamic culture with Islamic laws, right? I remember about 20 years ago that a group of teens were listening to like Metallica out in the desert, and they got caught. They were accused of Satanism, and they were murdered. Right? We have laws now. That's why Christianity can't get it. I certainly would have been murdered long ago by some of these assholes out there. Right? That is why it is slowed down, because it can't. That's one reason, is they cannot force people into it. Now, another reason that it is slowing down is people are becoming intelligent. People are able to access information nowadays, and they realize that the claims of Christianity, especially if they go to college, most people that go to college, they get exposed to higher learning, and they realize that the claims of Christianity are really make-believe for most of it. And they learned intelligence, they learn about other people's beliefs, and that's what happens. They begin to see that it is something to control people. Christianity is forceful. It says if you don't believe these ideas, you're going to be doomed, right? That's basically what it says, that you have to believe in it or else. What kind of deity puts your whole future, gives it to you based on an idea? Your destination of eternal fires or eternal death or whatever you want to come up with. What kind of deity gives a finite being? That's like going to a 2-year-old. Here, you could play with my 9mm. Go ahead. It's your choice whether you want to shoot yourself or not. Here's your gun. Think about the way the claims of Christianity and how they reveal their God to be. Like Islam goes even further. As I said, it's Christianity 2.0. With Islam, they take the fatherly factor. God is not a father, right? Because he doesn't act like one. And Islam figured that out. Like, no, he is not a father. We are creations. That's it. We are the playthings of the divine being. We are all in like a simulation. Nothing around you matters. And because of your behavior, that is how Allah will give you a reward. It'll be for a lot of people. It'll be a big orgy at the end. If you are a man, it is a scam. The Abrahamic religions, they continue an ancient custom of a God who's pissed off, and this is something that we need to end. Let's see. Oh man. There's supposed to be a separation of church and state. We aim to solidify that. We don't really have an old school Satanist, but we have someone who are there that still support us from the outside. Yeah. That was our official representative of the Church of Satan in the United States. the demon here in the chat. If you want to convert him, he's somewhere down there. I'm still going through puberty. My voice cracks still. Let's see here. Fundamentalists. Yeah, there's nothing fun about them. And they are quite a nuisance. Let's see. You cast testicular torsion. I don't have any testicles anymore. It doesn't work. You have to find a different spell. Oh, let's see here. Don't you hate that when you're playing D&D? You go to cast a spell. I'm immune to that spell. Sorry. Doesn't work. Yeah. Let's see. I am quite confused. Yeah, prove it. Prove it, Bruce. How do I become a Jew? I could circumcise you. We could start with that. Yeah, the God of the Jews is very obsessed with circumcisions, mixed clothing, shellfish, lots of things. They're, selling your daughter at the right price. Oh, where are we at here? The dead walk among us in another dimension. I don't believe in other dimensions for me. I mean, it's certainly a good idea. I think everything is here. There's like boundaries within our own world. Some people would consider that a dimension, but I see it as an interconnectedness of all things in one place. I see one battlefield that we all are doing our own battles on. Let's see. Jeremiah spreading false information again. You are told that the number fifth element, the human tarot magician, the one that uses 4 elements. Interesting. I don't know. I have never got into tarot, so I don't know the symbolism. Yeah, the 5th element, that is really, it's diverse. For me, it is the spirit. That's what I see, the 5th element. I don't know if Druidry has a 5th element or not. I'm still learning. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, God creates a Satan. Yeah. Don't you see how wicked that is? And blames all the problems on the Satan when the God is not being responsible. I mean, it's terrible. Oh, let's see. Your attention gives them the power. Yeah. Good to see you, Blake, our good friend from the land of Wales. Good to have you here. Your grandfather used to do Italian exorcism on me when you were a kid. Well, it must not have worked. Oh, man. What is this channel about? Spiritual entertainment. That is it. Hell is a tool for the church. Yeah, it is. Yeah. There would be no one going. Think about that. If you are a Christian, would you still be going to your church if there was no hell? Your religion is built on fear and manipulation. It's not like Buddhism. People become Buddhists because they like it, right? There's no obligations in Buddhism. They join it because they like it. Not with you people. You are there because if you're not there, you're going to burn. The Possession of Michael King was a cool movie. I don't think I saw that one. Oh, let's see. You think that, or you remember some scientists or doctors saying that there's a lot more like some form of telepathy exists in humans. Yeah, I believe it does. I have someone very close to me that can manifest things that are going on in their religious ideology. They are able to do that. And other people can see it. And I'm like, well, you need to be careful. That is your psychology. That has nothing to do with the real world. And that is you. And you could be a cult leader if you're not careful. Jesus Christ is the only way for you. Keredwin is the only way for me. Keredwin is the way, the truth, and the cauldron. No one comes to the Awan but by her. That is it. Come to Keredwin, Christian fundamentalist, before it is too late. Before Goin takes all of the Awan for himself. You only have a limited time as it boils. Come, receive, beat Goin to the cauldron. Beat him. You can become the greatest bard in the land. Am I an atheist? No. I'm agnostic. I believe in deity. I believe, deity to me is a family member. There's only one great father, one great mother, and then all of the rest of them. We're all related. No one knows that, and that's not needed for my facts. To make me righteous, I don't know what the context is for that. Let's see. If I'm not running around naked in the forest, what are you doing? Yeah. See, if I really did that, where I live, if I went skyclad out into the deep of the swamp. Now, I've already shared a terrible experience of going to the bathroom out there where a fly came and bit my wiener. That was terrible. There are all kinds of insects where I live. Being skyclad is not optional where I live. Maybe where you are up there. But here, I'll have an alligator up my ass or something. I mean, the creatures here, they hunger for human blood, especially the flies. These flies of the swamp are terrible. So I got to be careful when I go out into the deep in my nakedness. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, Tyler got banned. Oh no. Satan is the dark side of your heart. Can you prove that? Yeah. Is church just getting out? Look at all these tomato lovers on here. Some of you are getting ready to go to church. So you come on here and whine a little bit before you go in. Yeah, get your whining out now. You abuse the bard. Get it all out here. Oh, how do you feel about Alchemy and beloved bard and our faithful brother in Christ and Keredwin? I love it. I have no problem with it. I don't practice alchemy, but I see the world in terms of alchemy, of unity, of finding harmony, the union between sun and moon. Finding that in relationships, finding that in the environment, I think is healthy. Oh, let's see here. Oh. You like my preaching, Gordana? Glad that you are here. Sorry times you get pissed and unfriended you. Yeah. Black Dranzia, you are against deities altogether. Yeah, you are 100% against them altogether. Why? Why are you against the idea of deity, where it leads you to be violent about it as you're expressing? What? Have you been hurt by religion? Is that why you are saying F the God? Let's see. Oh, you were into Satanism. I see. Well, you're not into normal kind of Satanism. I bet you're like maybe teenage Satanism, not real or organized Satanism. Oh my goodness, here. It's a fairy tale story. You think so? That is my life. It is a fairy tale. Yeah. American style Christianity is coming over to the UK. Well, it won't last long. I mean, the culture in the UK keeps changing, right? Oh, Beastmaster is here. What a surprise. Oh, man. Let's see here. Take my Lord's name out of your doggone mouth. What are you going to do about it? Not a damn thing, are you? Now, don't you love it when Christians come on here and threaten you? It just shows what their religion really is about when you contradict it. It's bullshit. Oh, man. The Jewish origin is Canaanite. Yeah, sure it is. Yeah, sure it is. Let's go by what an old record of books wants to say. You want to find your origins, find your DNA. That will give you origins. Why doesn't Christianity have ancient temples like other religions? They do. Some of the oldest churches in the world are in Jerusalem. Why would I believe any from some 55-year-old live streamer tells me over thousands of years of the church fathers? Why? You don't have to believe me. I don't give a shit what you believe. I don't need to convince you. Are you trying to convince yourself? Oh, look at that. You found contradiction. And you can't learn to be an adult about it. I don't care what you believe in. I'm not here to prove anything to you. I'm sorry that you feel so threatened and insecure in your beliefs. Oh, look at that. I wish I had a virtual hanky to give to you. Too bad, too sad. What am I? I am me. I am the bard. That is what I am. This is getting to Sunday Mass for me. You are 2 years in the church choir. All right, take care. Good to see you, Jim. Yeah, if you are having a problem with the comments, listen to me. Listen to me talk. I mean, you don't. Some of the stuff in here, I just ignore myself. I mean, some of it is quite ridiculous. I don't understand why people say I have to leave because of the comments. I mean, are we that? Are we really at that level of conversation where, the comments here, they are too bad. I have to go. I mean, I think that is ridiculous. It really annoys me when people in my community start whining about it. You don't have to listen to the people. I ignore half the stuff on here, unless I can make fun of them. Let's see here. San Francisco Police Department uses a pentagram on their car doors. Isn't that true? I think I remember seeing that. Someone took a picture. It's not really. It's just it's a star in a circle. That's all it is. Some of the like the sheriff's department, they have the star, and this used to be something sacred in Christianity. I think that's what it. The star in the circle on the shield, that comes from Sir Gawain. So your sheriff's department, your police department, the star in the circle. Does that mean that your sheriff's department is satanic? I mean, really, you people need to grow up. You're acting like damn children, whining about it, saying it's satanic. You need to get cultured. You need to learn some history. This is a cultural symbol. It is not the devil. I mean, it's time to grow up. Time to grow up, some of you. Oh, man. Yeah, looks demonic. Yeah, you're a child. Grow up. You call the police, right? Are they the demon patrol gonna come to your house? Good boys, good boys. What you gonna do when they come for you? Yeah. Jeez. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not a Satanist. I am not. I am just the bard. That is all that I am. I don't recognize Satan as a real entity. Ricky, Rich, good to see you. You never had a good father? Why would God be a bad guy? Yeah. Let's see. So the dimensions of hell will be different dimensions. How do you know? Are you calling me a dumbass? How do you know that there's different dimensions of a hell? Hell to me is a myth that is not real. It is used to control people. The understanding of an all-powerful deity, all-knowing, all-seeing, that's supposed to be good, to have a hell makes them bad, pathetic, and weak. I mean, it's really irrational for a deity that has all of these claims to it to create an eternal torture chamber for people and then blame the people for, you chose to go there. You have free will. When is the person say, well, dumbass, you created the environment and the bad guys to lead us that way? I mean, it's really irrational. You have no children. You will never bring a child in the universe when that comes on. You have a right to do that. Well, what if your child is the one to bring light? You ever think about that? You're too afraid to have children because you know it is a bad world. Yes, it is. But what if your child, or one of your children, brings light into the world? You ever think about that? I got 8 children. I hope I get something in there. Let's see here. The symbol on the pot is the same as the one on the potato chips. Ripples. Is it really? God is everywhere. Is he in your poop? God is in my poop. The scent is heavenly. The stench is divine. Is that where your God is? Your God is in your poop? The religion of the dung. Are you a dung master? Have you mastered the element of crap? Dung masters. They have the power of the dung. Oh, you got an appointment, right? Sheik, good to see you. I'm doing good, thank you. The flying spaghetti monster is your Lord and Savior. Look at that. You're eating well then, right? You're eating well. You're getting all what you need in your pasta, as long as it's homemade. A lot of that other pasta is just garbage that you eat at the grocery store. God Almighty is real. Well, why does he need you to say that? Why can't, if he is almighty, why does he need you as a mouthpiece? I'm almighty, but I need people to talk about me. Because if they're not convinced, it's their fault, not mine. I don't want to take responsibility. Bullshit. He leaves freedom in our hands. Oh, okay. That's really good. Going back to, let me give even my 10-year-old. I'll give my 10-year-old one of my weapons. That is a 9mm, fully loaded, semi-automatic. Here, take this to school. It's your choice what to do with it. You have the freedom to do with what you want with it. Yeah, how stupid your God is. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh, my. So if you're agnostic, how do you talk about something you have no faith in or believe in? I don't have faith. I don't believe. I experience. That's what I talk about. I've experienced my deities. Therefore, I talk about them. I talk about my experience of them. That's all I can do. Now, if they want you to believe in them, that's their problem, not mine. I don't have no obligations to talk about them, to convert you. That's their problem, if they want you to believe in it. I don't want you to make believe. I'm sharing my experience with you. If you don't want to believe in it, good. That's not my problem. That's their problem. I'm not forcing you to believe anything. I think it's pretty, if these gods have all of this power, why should I have to do anything? It's their responsibility to make themselves known, not mine. I don't do make-believe. I don't teach other people to make believe. If you have not heard from a deity, that's the deity's problem. Now, in that I say, leave the door open. Don't look for deities. Let the deities come to you, but leave your door open. Leave the option open. Don't shut the door. If you shut the door is shut. God is Satan in the Bible, pretty much. Yeah, that's how they treat Satan in the Bible as an extra entity that does all the dirty work of the deity, where you have to pray, lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. You have to pray that because the God is responsible for the temptation. The God is responsible for the evil. So you have to pray that it doesn't happen. People can't figure that out. Every time something bad happens, it's the devil. Every time something happens, it's the God. Well, the God is responsible for the devil. So Job figured that out. He said, how can we accept good things if we can't accept bad things from the Lord? Right? Job recognized he was just a play toy for the God, and he let God murder his family through the devil. A God who needs an entity to do its dirty work. Like, look at the history of the Israelis in the Old Testament. What did the God do? The God wanted a piece of real estate, so he had an army raised up to go and murder the inhabitants and drive them out and take over their land and, capture the women that were virgins for sex slaves, and, take the slaves every now and then from different nations. The God did this, and the God created all of the laws. He needed people to do his dirty work. He couldn't do it himself. When he wanted to punish a nation, what does he do in Isaiah 13? I'm going to punish the Babylons. I'm going to raise up the best kind of army who are going to rape your women and murder your children and steal your things. That is what the God does. He cannot do it himself. Any good, decent person, when a God comes to you and tells you to kill children, you should tell it to fuck off. That's what you should do. You shouldn't say, well, you are God, I will do what you want. The idea of Abraham is an evil, evil teaching. The sacrifice of Abraham, you should tell that God, no. If it is a God, you should say, kill the child yourself, asshole. You people have been scammed into believing this God is good, that these stories are good. It is a lie and it is evil. Stop letting people bullshit you. Let's see here. Oh, man. Man, lots of fundamentalists. If you are into your Christian fundamentalism, you are repeating shit. I'm going to ignore you, or the moderators are going to kick you out. I only take serious presentations by people, not repetitive bullshit. And, if it's something I can make fun of you, I will certainly keep that around. But most of you are talking about Jesus over and over again. You're not helping him. You're being a nuisance. Oh, Inquisitor Bacon is here. He's going to make sure everything is not kosher today. I keep losing my voice too. You can hear it. Oh, man. Boycott Google? I can't. I get paid by Google. Why would I do that? Oh, my goodness here. Wow. I am way behind. I'm about an hour behind in the comments already. Lots to catch up with here. But I will respond to all of you. I will continue to have this conversation with all of you. Yeah. Oblivion OST, you are a person of culture. You will recognize the value of the your O negative, so you're a universal donor. Look at you. You've made arrangements with the Neptune Society to put you in an underwater cemetery in Bermuda Triangle. That's how you're going to be reincarnated. You're going to be, well, whatever you want to do, it's your life, right? Sorry for not getting the Discord. Been a horrible week. Take your time, Andrea. There's no need to rush. But you are welcome. We'll get you on there. Don't worry about it. It really is quite. If you have the time, it really is quite simple. But it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Our good friend, former caretaker of the animal folk, now with her own animals in her own home, Andrea. Let's see here. Why do you dislike Christians so much? I have no problem with Christians. I have no problem with Jesus at all. It's just the assholes that come on here and whine and bitch. Those are the people with the problem. I never say anything bad about Jesus. I admire. I don't understand fully the mystery of the Christ, but I think that he was to reveal how close God is, that we are what God is. I think that's what he taught us, to become partakers of the divine nature. That's how I understand it, that we are children, and you don't lose that. You are never separated. He helped to get us back on track. That's how I see it. Yeah, it's his teachings. I've never met like Jesus Christ. His teachings have helped me to see the value of the human person. That's what I got. And when I say teachings, I'm not just talking about the canonical New Testament. There's what is called the Gnostic text. There's much more spiritual stuff in there. What you find in the canonical text is more how to control people stuff. Make them afraid to not use the name. Make them afraid to confess, not to confess. Make them afraid of God. The New Testament makes you afraid of the God. Teaches you to bear fruit or else the God will get you. To forgive or else God will never forgive you if you don't forgive. Could you imagine a God who is not aware of the problems of the nature of the mind, that does not understand mental illness, that doesn't understand brain chemistry? Some people are incapable of forgiveness because of brain chemistry. Do you think the God is like unaware of that? And that he would actually instruct, you forgive or you're going to be destroyed? Do you think the God, that's the story. You have the king. One of the parables is the king who comes to punish a guy by throwing him in jail to be tormented because he owes him money. What a horrible example of a God to begin with. It's terrible. And then the guy asks for mercy. So the king says, okay, I forgive your debt. And then this other gentleman that owes money to this guy, the guy beats his ass. And then the king finds out about it. He goes, I'm going to throw your whole family now in jail, and they're all going to be tormented. Then Jesus says at the end, you better forgive, or your heavenly Father will not forgive you. As if God really acts this way. Forgiveness is very serious and very important, but you are the one that causes your own torment. No deity does that. You do that to yourself. Really, the God of the universe is incapable of understanding human psychology, why people choose not to forgive. You really think he is that deranged? Part of Christian discipleship is a big thing is learning to forgive. That is an important virtue. But for some people, they never get there. They never get there. And that is a brain chemistry issue most of the time. Do you think the God of the Bible, who is supposed to be all-powerful, all-knowing, all-seeing, can understand the flawed condition of humanity where he's going to punish you eternally for it? And he's supposed to be the one who made the human person that way. Doesn't want to take responsibility. Can't you see how bullshit the New Testament gets with its commands? I mean, it's terrible. You won't find that in the Gnostic tradition. The Gnostic focus on the spiritual transformation of the being. Now, I don't agree with Gnosticism. I think it's terrible. But some of the Christianized Gnosticism, I think there's some really good ideas in there. Let's see here. Part of believing in God is having faith. No. Why don't you rephrase that statement? Part of believing in God is make believe. That is what the Bible teaches you to do. Blessed are those who see not. Blessed are those who see not and yet believe. Right? That is a scam. Scam. If I told you, like, I'm making my own religion up of Bardism, I'm like, you are blessed by believing in me, even though I am not around. You will be blessed. You would say, you are a cult leader. That's what you should say with this kind of content. They are telling you to make believe in something without evidence. Thomas, the apostle, who wants evidence, is being punished for wanting evidence. He goes, I'm not going to believe unless I can do this, touch the wounds in his hand, right? The teaching is he is bad for wanting evidence. Can't you see that this is bullshit? This is a scam. Jesus never said that. He would never make you want to make believe. He taught you to see it. He says, when you're reborn, when you're enlightened, you will see it. You don't have to make believe it. You will be experiencing it. That's what he taught. That's what's not being taught anymore. Let's see. Where am I at here? The Bible verse that says God created evil. The one from Isaiah 45:7 is really a bad translation. That is a terrible translation. That's not what it says. But that's the Christian philosophy. But the reality of that is created chaos. You have to think of Isaiah as forming lights and creating volcanoes. That's what he's talking about there. Volcano is a beautiful reality until it erupts and lava comes flowing down. That's what Isaiah 45:7. Now, I don't believe in the Bible, but I understand its context. Isaiah 45:7 is about a volcano. Now, but Christians, they have a philosophy that God does allow evil so he can bring good out of it. What kind of a pathetic being needs to allow evil to bring good out of it? What would be good is to stop the evil to begin with, right? If you are all-powerful and all-knowing, you know the future. Now, if I am a father, if I know that my kid is going to be harmed, I will stop it. I mean, how pathetic, right? Why would you want to be a bard? Being a bard is something intrinsic to your humanity. Being a voice piece of the ancestors. Being a voice piece of the divine, allowing people to connect to the divine through your art, through your history, through your stories. That is intrinsic to your nature as a human being. So why would you not want to be a bard is the real question. Song of Solomon, yeah. Don't read that while you're going through puberty. D&D is awesome. I wish I got to play it last Friday. I was too sick. Too sick. Yeah, remember, if you are here, we have all these people on, and you've been listening to the bard here. Go up and give that a touch. You see that thumb up there on the top? Give that a touch. That helps continue the conversation. It's kind of a nuisance. A lot of people, they watch, they don't understand you have to go up here. YouTube doesn't allow you to have, like on the computer, it says like or unlike or whatever, right? Join our cult, yes. Oh, you got food poisoning? I'm sorry, Andrea. It's terrible, yeah. I know the feeling. Oh, let's see here. Oh, where am I at here? We are all family, gracefully, magically, mystically, divinely, in Christ and Keredwin. It's Christ and Keredwin for Patricia here. That's how she sees it. Christ and Keredwin. We have a new religion here. Through Christ to Keredwin. Yeah. Let's see here. What about the wild Christianity stuff you're spewing? I'm not spewing anything that's going against the real Christ. Just your people's deranged version of it. And I think I'm doing God a service. You are making people afraid of your God. I'm telling people not to be afraid, that you're loved, that you've never been separated, that there is no one going to be torturing you for all eternity. There's someone who wants to embrace you. And in that embrace, no matter what you've done, you are going to be loved. And in this love, it will help you to deal with your bullshit. You're not doing that. You are making people afraid to live fake lives of pretending not to behave certain ways and getting rewarded. If you take away that fear factor, you'd go back to doing what you were doing. You would have no problem doing it. You don't really change. You just make believe until you get your reward. Well, the reward for you is realizing that you would have always been the same. You would have always been doing that type of behavior had not you been made afraid not to do it. You have not changed. Do you think you're going to scam your deity with a fake heart? No, you will not. Let's see, where am I at here? You've been playing Skyrim in VR? Yeah, that is a lot of fun. I have Skyrim in VR too, but I cannot play it. When I use the headset, it makes me ill. It shoots my blood pressure way up, and my muscles all get stiff. It has terrible effects on my physiology, so I can't play it for long. The only game I was able to complete in VR is the one that Sierra Company made. It's called The Cave or something. That was the only one I was able to complete. Let's see, where am I at here? I know I'm way behind. Way behind. Let me try to catch up to you. I'm going to cut 50% of these comments, and I apologize if I've not got to your question or comment. Just give it again, because I have to catch up to the comments. I'm too far behind. I'm an hour behind already. Gwendolyn is a druid and wants to bring other peoples to loving nature like she does. Yes, that is my mission as well. Let's see here. Yeah, you think the country is effed? I think it's just the politicians that are effed. That's what a cult leader would say. Yeah, I am a cult leader. There's nothing wrong with a cult. My Kool-Aid gets you high. And my orgies are for everyone, not just for the leader. Yeah, we are a very open cult here. If you don't forgive, you will be destroyed spiritually, because grudges takes away from the self-God presence. Let's see. One way to interpret it. Yeah, I worship women too. My wife is the manifestation of the goddess. The goddess is in the face of every lady. What influenced your transition from a kind of Christian indifferent Father Deacon a year ago to where you are at now? Seeing the patterns in Christianity, I realized that, being a clergyman was wrong. What I was doing was wrong. The church to me is a great evil in the world. It controls and manipulates people. There's no real freedom to love and return the deity. You are like when I was in the worst kind. I was in the eastern side of the Catholic Church. And we would tell people, if you don't go to Mass, we would call it divine liturgy. But I use the word Mass because that's what people are. If you don't go, you would go to hell. Like the God will send you to hell if you don't follow my rules. That is a teaching. If you don't believe what I'm teaching you, that Jesus was virgin birth, you're going to hell. The Pope, I am infallible because I said I'm infallible. These are all ways to control people. And they have within Catholicism, the more you follow the rules, the more that you're respected. This false, wicked, and evil form of piety. You have these what are on YouTube, these what are called Pope spleeners. They always talk about, they're like the Pope's butt buddy. They're always talking about the Pope all the time. And people are eating it up. Like, these are our saints here. They're so wonderful. You people have no real spirituality at all. And it's really, really sad. But they're taught that spirituality, licking the Pope's boot. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Yeah. If you're putting Bible verses in here, I'm just going to ignore them. Talk to me about your spirituality. I don't want to know about your fundamentalism. Oh, man. The Old Testament is Jewish, not Christian. You're stupid. The whole idea of Christianity is integration into what is Jewish. Damien, nice to see you. Opinion on Hinduism? I think it is a beautiful religion. I think it is well put together. Hinduism has its problems, but the ultimate goal is moksha, liberation. And I think that you can't go wrong. And in Hinduism, you have it being done differently by different people with different mythologies that are quite beautiful. I'm a big fan of Hare Krishnas, the Krishna Consciousness Organization. I'm a big fan. I think that's beautiful. Let's see here. Where am I at? The whole effing book instead of throwing the dummy out. You're ignorant. Ignorant. Your kids are eating breakfast now and you have coffee. You have to wait for your wife to get up. Yeah. I got up late today. As I said, I usually get up about 4 or 5 a.m. and I get right to work on preparing content for the day. And unfortunately, my son, he got home at 3 a.m. So he wakes me up and I try to get back to sleep. And I wake up, it's almost 7 o'clock. I'm like, oh shit, that's when I do my live stream. So I had to start like 15 minutes late. So I apologize for that. Do I believe in miracles? Who doesn't? Miracles happen all the time in everyone's religion, in people's non-religion, atheists, experience things they cannot explain that are wonderful. Miracles are universal. Miracles are the universe saying, hi, you're important. They don't have to be to one religion, right? And when a miracle happens, for you, you understand its complexity in some way. And it leads you to a place of wonder and mystery. But when you try to explain it to someone else, they're like, what the hell? No big deal, right? Miracles are very personal for people. And they do happen. We hear stories. But until they happen for you, they are miracle, right? For the other person. It's a story that you hope happens to you someday, right? So miracles are quite universal. And they've always been happening. I'm sure that everyone here could go to a point in their life where something out of the ordinary happened for you. And you'll try to explain it away in some way. We all do it, right? I've had many of these events that I cannot explain it away. I've tried. The ultimate conclusion is I'm mentally ill, severely delusional. That's the only explanation I can have, which is on the table. I could be. Yeah. I'm open to whatever is true. Yeah. If I'm deranged in the head, I enjoy it. I enjoy living that way. It's made me a better person. Let's see. Mindless Tao, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Yeah, I play video games. Of course I do. I haven't played in a few years, really. I don't have time anymore, really. I don't have a lot of time. YouTube takes up 40 hours of my week. I do play Dungeons and Dragons. That takes up probably about 10 hours of my week. One game takes up 10 hours. And it's usually a 2-hour game. But it takes about 10 hours, putting it together, having the conversations with the players during the week. It takes about 10 hours a week for one game, which is sometimes 2 hours long, 2.5 hours long. That's a lot of time. When you are a dungeon master, you like to put a lot into your game. You enjoy immersing people in your world. And for me, that world is Forgotten Realms. People that just play the game and not immerse your players, I mean, that's not really people don't like those kind of dungeon masters. They usually don't come back to your game. That's not a lot of fun for me. I don't want to play chess. I want to be immersed in the world. I don't want to. Some people just like the combat aspects of the game. They don't care about the role playing. For me, it is the other way around. I love role playing. Let's see. Where am I at here? You experience hell and heaven on this earth. That's what you're saying. All right. Let me see here. Where am I at? Demons eating children is not okay. Yeah. Miracles happen every day, but different people have different definitions of what a miracle is. Yeah, and this is coming from, he is a Satanist saying that. Even Satanists experience miracles, right? What is my definition of a miracle? Something out of the ordinary that doesn't have an explanation, that is wonderful. Yeah, like hearing I had a person put their hand on I had an infection in my tooth. They put their hand on my face, and they took all of the pain away. All of the affection is gone. To me, that is a miracle. I cannot explain that. I cannot. I've tried. I've come up with different ideas on how that could have happened, but I mean, why can't I get my arthritis removed from my back? I've tried to go to different healers for that. Why just an infection in my mouth? That was a miracle. Oh my. How do you think something impossible happens? I don't think miracles are impossible. There's room for them in our experience. We just don't have the ability to fully define them yet. And I think it's good when science tries to do it, but science is limited. I think that's very humble when you recognize that maybe one day we'll be able to understand this, but right now we cannot. And I think that when it comes to divinity, I think that is an important scientific, position, that there's certainly, in our history of humanity and relating to divinity, it's not always, look at people today. It's not always just we're trying to explain the world and coming up with make believe. And these are ridiculous. There's people that give their whole lives over to things that have happened to them. And I mean, is everyone delusional? What makes this occult different from the other cults that is bad? Like I said, my Kool-Aid gets you high. That is what. Good to see our friend from Scotland, Chemistry, is here. Let's see here. Why are you talking about eating children? This is weird. We are the turbo cult. Okay, let me get my tortoise. I'm going to get the tortoise. It is tortoise time. Tortoise, we are coming for you, tortoise. She's a cold tortoise. Here she comes. She is a cold, cold tortoise. I just turned her heat lamp on. We turn it off at night so she can sleep. There she is. Look at her. I am the tortoise. There she is. Oh, she's a sweet girl. Such a precious creature. Yes, she is. Oh, look at her. All of her fans, all of the fans of the tortoise, there she is, coming out of the cauldron of Ceridwen. All right, let me put her back. Let me go back. I'm going to put you back in your heat lamp. I'm on the show. You need something? All right, I'm returning. I'm coming back here. Just got to sanitize my hands after touching the tortoise. Yeah, they are beautiful creatures. They are beautiful creatures, the tortoise. All right. Join the dark side. We have cookies. Let's see. Real Nanu, you are a man of science. What kind of science are you a man of science? I am a man of science. What does that proclamation tell me about someone? Yeah. It's like you are choosing an identity. You are being defined by a social construct. I am a man of science. Tells me all about what you're about to say next. Let's see if you say anything next. Where are we at here? Don't tempt me with cookies. Okay. Energy has to be produced to be transferred? I don't think so. Energy has always been here. I'm sorry to tell you that modern cosmology believes that the universe has always been here. Energy has always been here. Always been here in different states. Sorry to tell you that. Is this a Freemason chat? Yes, we love our Freemason friends here. Oh, man. Where are we at here? Hinduism even claims Jesus is Son of God. Yeah, there's lots of gods. If you go over to India, your neighbor might be a god too. I mean, it's no big deal for a Hindu to acknowledge Jesus is a son of God. There's lots of incarnations of God. Might be your neighbor down the street. Yeah, but that's pretty fun. If you live in India, your guru next door might be an incarnation. Isn't that wonderful? That the gods are everywhere in India. Yeah, Gwendolyn is the scientist here. Look, energy is not created or destroyed. It always existed. Sorry to tell you that. Don't you look like how Christians make up their own science for a creator? They have to change the actual science. Oh, no, energy has to be transferred first to be around. Nope, sorry. Your Bible is wrong. I hate to tell you it. The cosmos has always been here. Energy has always been here. You're going to start a cult that's about warm blankets and good naps. That sounds like a good one. But isn't it wonderful? We all have come from the nature, praise gods, goddesses, catered to in Christ, Father's glory. Patricia is a Christian pagan. I've met lots of people who are they're called Christo-pagans, right? They have to keep Christ in the mix. They feel the obligation to do so, right? Just in case, right? I think I think people should not be opposed to the idea that there is a Christ. I think there's nothing wrong, with acknowledging the possibility of other beings as well. People say the crazy things on here, they do. Really bizarre. And I don't know what the hell he's saying to you. That's weird. Where are we at here? I put the F in fruitcake, get a life. Well, you're watching, dumbass. What should that say about you? Hi, Roku. Good to see you. You've just come back from the market. Look at you. Oh, let's see here. Message retracted. Oh, no. Greetings, the Magus is here. Good to have you here. Is a Big Bang Theory real? Nope. There's been many Big Bangs, not just one. Don't you like it when they came up with the Big Bang Theory? Christians are like, oh, yeah, God said bang, and it happened. But now, how are you going to explain that energy has always been here? There's been lots of banging. Oh, yeah. How are you going to do that without becoming pantheist? Can I give a shout out to my boy, Dick's in my ass? It's his birthday today. Yeah, he's the son of Wayne Kerr, right? And Mike Hunt, right? Yeah. Let's see. Be an adult. Okay. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Good to see you. Yeah, this is an 18 up stream. If you are younger than that, we don't want you here. This is not for children. Yeah. Don't be a cultist, bro. Grow up, child. Grow up, child. See, that person is under 18. Someone that calls you, don't be a cultist, bro. You are a child. You're not welcome here. Good to see you, BDB. Miracles happen and we can't see or touch. Nope, you touch and see a miracle. You have evidence for it. It is not something that is ethereal. So if you believe they happen and can't see or touch them, but know they happen, how can you not believe God exists? I never said I don't believe in deity. That's why I'm agnostic, because I've experienced lots of divine miracles. There's evidence for me. There's a reason to believe. I don't believe in the Christian claims that you have to believe in certain ideas in order to have the deity in your life. I think that is bullshit. man. Yeah, trying to catch up here. I know probably about 30 minutes behind. Let's see. For me, strategy is a big part of why you enjoy these games. Yeah. Strategy games are a lot of fun. I like Crusader Kings, the newer one. I've done lots of hours on that. That's fun. It's fun raising up a kingdom and having it taken away, getting it back. Making it to emperor. That's always fun. Let's see. Yeah. Why are people calling demons bad without specifying if they are kako demons? Who is talking about my wife? Oh, you're an evil person. Yeah, you are banned for life. Yeah, sick person, sick person. What is that person's name? Yeah, it's sad. Children will be children. Not all the mass and energy that goes into forming a baby comes from the mother. Ooh. Solomon tamed demons? That is the legend. Do I think magic is real? Certainly. Yeah. Magic is when a wall appears before you, you try to go beyond the wall. And you do whatever it takes to get beyond that wall, right? Eventually the wall will fall. Not in your lifetime. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. And magic leads to real solutions, real science. All science comes from magic. And that's historical. Let's see here. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can be converted to other things, yeah. Mass and energy is transferred from mother to fetus. Yeah, we don't do politics here. You remember thinking about monasteries one morning? Then a van drove past and had "Jesus loves you" on it. If you didn't know how our thoughts created a reality, I would perceive it to be a sign from God. Well, it could be a synchronicity that the universe is trying to lead you into an experience of some type of spirituality. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Finally, something cute to see. Everyone enjoys the tortoise. Yeah. And we worship the tortoise. And those miracles are unexplained, extraordinary things that happen. So it's hard to believe the same. Is it hard to believe the same thing about God? Yes. If the God doesn't reveal itself, yes, it is hard. If the God makes itself known to you, then it is not hard. I believe in a deity because I heard a deity's voice, because I feel its presence. If that was not there, I would not make believe. I don't think it is right to tell people to make believe and that they'll be rewarded one day. That is bullshit and a scam. If the deity is not making itself known to you, you are wasting your time. You don't fake it till you make it. Oh, where's all my waters? Damn it. Oh, there's bottles everywhere. I just ran out of water. I'll have to run downstairs at some point if I get too dehydrated here. Wow, it's already been almost 2 hours. Look at that. Time is flying by. Where am I at here? Praise Canada, and good to see you, Jamin. Good to have you here, our friend. I can't bring out the bunny rabbits. They're downstairs. They're not allowed up here in the office because they eat wires and stuff. So we keep them downstairs where they are safe. Every now and then they'll sneak in and start running around and doing their side jumps. What is they called? Binky is what it's called. They know they're not supposed to be in here. So they'll like run around real fast and jump sideways. It's quite cute when they know they're causing trouble. Good to see you, Jackson. Oh, let's see here. For a small cup of coffee, you can support to get. Yeah, do that for a living. If you enjoy being here, go up and give a touch of the thumb, and you could join our community. You could subscribe and then become a community member if you want it. We have a wonderful Discord community if you want to join it. And all it costs is a cup of coffee. That's it. Olf, nice to see you. Oh, I must love his cake. Yeah, probably. A fry MF Quick Army. What does that mean? What cult is this? The cult of spiritual entertainment. Yeah. Oh, my. Do I like basketball? No, I don't get into sports. I'm not interested in sports. When I was younger, I liked a few sports. If you live in the Detroit area, growing up there, everyone likes hockey. That was like a cultural thing. When I moved, it faded away. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Where am I at here? Yeah. Trying to catch up to your comment. Trying to catch up here. Where am I at? What do Christo pagans incorporate Christ conscious? Well, every Christo pagan does it their own way. There's no like Church of the Christo pagan. It's all the idea that he is some type of savior figure or king, or he is incorporated into the paganism of the person. It's like, well, we have him here, now we can do this other stuff too. They see it all as is part, right? I'm not against the idea. I understand it. I don't think it's necessary to believe in something in order for the God to be with you. But the message is very unique and important. I'm certainly Christianized, but I don't have any form of worship towards the Christ or any other deity. I am not a pagan. I am not a Christian. I am myself. Where am I at? Let's see here. Roast everyone? If I will, when the time is right. Miracles don't happen based off energy. They're called miracles for, well, then you're explaining it away. You don't, so you're just making it not a miracle. You have just explained it all away. You have ruined the power of the miracle. Good job. Oh, man. Yeah, so Sunday streams are always the worst, right? When it comes to the Christian fundamentalists, they're getting ready for church and like, oh, look, oh, Jesus, help. There's a pentagram in the background. There's doing devil worship. Oh, we must go on. Jesus loves you. This I know, for the Bible has hypnotized me so. They get into all of the Bible postings and things. Let's see. Now, you guys need to go to church. Yeah, Kedadwin is the only way to the cauldron. That's right. Yeah, if God or gods exist, I definitely don't believe it's the biblical God. Yeah, it's terrible. It really is. The God of the Bible is terrible. He is not a father. He is wicked. But they've been scammed into believing he's wonderful. You think I look good with a big beard? I cannot grow one. I cannot grow a beard. I still have to go through puberty. I've been waiting a long time, almost 50 years, still no puberty. My balls have to drop. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Let's see. There's a church near me in the city of Edinburgh. Has doors on a graphic crucified Jesus. It's guilt tripping. Yeah, they're good at it. They're real good at making you feel bad. I follow Keredwin. Yeah, Keredwin follows me. She's a wonderful inspiration and guide, mother. She is always there. You don't have to be at church to believe or be blessed. Do you leave your house to go somewhere to believe in your beliefs? Yeah, I can make believe anywhere I want. I don't need to go to a church to do it. You're right. I can go to the grocery store and start pretending. Oh, I'm living in a heaven here with all of the beautiful wines on the shelf. It is heaven indeed. Then I go to the other aisle and there's grapes and cheese. Oh, what a heavenly place my Publix can be. Who is the avatar of Krishna supposed to represent? Vishnu, right? Why don't they consider Jesus a walking God? They do. Not all Hindus are the same. I've made the case as a Christian that Kalki is Jesus. I mean, there's plenty of evidence there. The bit about King Solomon turning demons isn't actually in the Bible. It's in the Ars Goetia, the first and lesser key of Solomon. Yeah, it's not. It's a legend. It isn't. King Solomon, there's no evidence that he was real. It's kind of like the King Arthur. Everything's Solomon. He did all of this. My ancestors. This is King Arthur's place where he took a shit here. Let's make it a holy place. Put some stones around it. That's how people did. Everything was King Arthur or Merlin. At some point there was a King Arthur probably, or a Merlin, but there's no historical King Arthur. There's no historical Merlin. It becomes this great legend that takes on many, many faces, many different places. This is the same thing with Solomon. Solomon is a mythology, and it took on different forms of presentation in history. Taught you a lot about magic, yeah. Well, that magic in those books, somebody made that all up, right? So what you're actually learning is somebody's point of view about magic and conjuring. There's no guarantee that any of that is valid, right? That somebody made that all up. Let's be here. We want the bunnies, so you have to wait till like Thursday. How come Christians are afraid of Bahamut? But examples Buddhists have talked to ask me questions about it. Yeah, well, Christians are afraid of everything. Everything's the devil. Like if they don't like what you're doing, they'll say, you are influenced by demons right now. That is what's going on with you. The demons are doing it. That is why you're acting this way. Yeah, a lot of people think I am possessed because I left Christianity after 30 years being clergyman, doing missionary work. They can't explain why I've left. I've given people basic reasons that I think it is wrong. That is why I left. So what they'll do is they cannot accept that. So they'll say, I am possessed by a devil. Like I had one of my parishioners watch one of my shows, like used to preach the gospel in our church. Now look what you're doing. This must be a demon. They cannot accept that I think it is wrong. That's why I left. They think that I'm under the influence of demonic entities. If you think I have a demon and you are the Christian, give me the exorcism. I will submit to any exorcism. If you are a good Christian person, you think I have a devil, I bow my head to you now. Please cast out the devils. I will not resist. Take these powers out of me. I will not resist your exorcism. If you think I have a devil, go on, give it your best shot. Give it your best, as Pat Benatar said. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away, right? Go ahead. I won't reject it. Well, I submit to you, Christians, because you can't explain why, people that knew me, they're like, he had everything going for him. 2 more years of seminary, he could have got his own church. I had everything going for me. I was doing everything right. But I was honest with myself. I was honest with my experience. And I thought this place that I was a part of was wrong. And I tried my best to play by the rules to help people to see that. And even to the point where my homilies were being monitored. I was being censored. I had to play by their rules. They censored my homilies. And I did my best through that censoring to be a servant to the people, to use their own material, to help them to see that they are loved, that they're important, that they have value. I did my best, and I just said, I cannot play these games anymore. Jesus is not the problem. It's the religion that is the problem. The church is a system of control and manipulation, and I could not be a part of it anymore. The idea of salvation is a big scam. What is Brent claiming now? Oh my goodness. Whining Brent. He's asking you to Google stuff. Prove me wrong. No, you made the claim. Lots of crazy people on here. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to catch up here. I know I'm far behind. The bard is always far behind. Where am I at here? Bard, you said all you need. Yeah. I said all I need. Yeah. I'll be 50 this year. You thought I was 500 because of all of my wisdom? Yeah. Well, you don't have to be old to experience wisdom. Wisdom is an experience. It is a lady. To me, Keredwin is wisdom. You feel Satan's presence here. Well, I hate to tell you this, that comes from your experience, not ours. Satan is always manifesting through you. Whenever you don't like something, who shows its face? Satan. That's from you. You are the source of the Satan. No one else. That is you. You are the one who needs the exorcism. Oh, let's see here. Where are we at? Come join our cult. Yes. We worship Satan here, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays we do butt stuff. Oh my. It's hard for me to take life advice from someone that can control their eating habits. Then fuck off if you don't like the way I eat. Let's see here. Nice to see you, Razor. Good to have you here. Let's see here. Did they found the archaeological evidence of David? Nope. David is like the author. Him and Solomon are like the author, the Pendragon and the author. There is no historical reality. You cannot prove he existed. His name is certainly something that has been glorified and transformed. Everyone wants to be a son of David, right? Everyone wants to be the exorcist. It's the King Arthur mythology. How does David and Solomon continue? In the mythology of King Arthur. It is a universal mythology. This is not Skyrim music, damn it. It's Oblivion. You have no culture. The Jews were liars from the start, John 8:4. Yeah, antisemitism in the New Testament. It's all there. It's all there. Why is the New Testament anti-Semitic? Because during its composition, its editing, it was a time when the Jews were kicked out of the Roman Empire. Christianity had to establish itself as non-Jewish, or it would not survive. And so you find these verses that make the Jews look like the bad guys, which is kind of a contradiction because it's about Jews, right? It's anti-Semitic. Yeah. You want me to prove it? Look at the Christian liturgies of, the first 1,000 years who anathemized Jews. Look at the Christian politicians in Rome that made laws to burn Jews alive. Look at the Holocaust. That is from Christianity. The Catholic Church apologized for it all in the 1960s. They took responsibility for it. Good for them. They said, we are sorry for all of the problems we have caused Jews. The Pope did that. Pope John, he is the one who started the Vatican Council. He said sorry. A little bit too late. I mean, lots of Jews were murdered because of Christians, because of their Bible, because of their church fathers, their liturgies condemning the Jews over to the Satan. You don't know your own history, do you? It's all there. Let's see. You love the missionary position? I bet you do. Let's see here. Where am I at here? You're starting to like me? Well, it happens when you start watching. Like, I came on here to be a nuisance, but now I really enjoy what he's saying here. Yeah. Am I afraid of garlic? Yes. I am a vampire? Yeah. My house right now is all dark. There's no lights from the outside. I'm in the after hours of the coffin time. I should be in my coffin right now, sleeping. But I'm up, yeah. I don't have fangs, no. I don't have fangs. I had modern vampires, we chisel out our fangs in order to fit into society. We would stick out, right? If we had our fangs all the time. We use new types of resources to extract blood from our victims. That doesn't spread our vampirism. We use needles and things. But a lot of people have diseases. We have like test kits that we bring with us when we are, trying to get our, fix of human blood. It is true we hang out a lot of nightclubs. Nightclubs are a great place to find victims, and the intoxication, that's the best kind of blood. Getting people all excited and then extracting the blood. So modern vampirism has come a long way because of our technologies. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you've never seen my reflection, right? That's because I'm a vampire. Yeah. Oh, man. You think the bard is cool? Thank you. Yeah. War god Jesus. Yeah, that's what he is, basically. He's a war god. Where am I at here? Trying to catch up to your... oh, man. The bard visited you in your dreams and gave you a divining potion. Look at that. You are dreaming about the bard. Yeah, I got all kinds of people on here. Lots of people who are being entranced by the powers of my vampirism. You believe we're all interconnected? LSD and DMT woke up your soul? Look at you. Do I age? No, I don't. I've stuck. I became a vampire in my 30s, and I've been stuck in the same age. Let's see here. You are Satan? Wonderful. I don't care. Thomas, you are an occultist and you believe in Christ? You think they are two separate beings? Well, good for you. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care how you want to do it. You do you. You can make Jesus your bottle of wine on your dinner table if you wanted to. Oh, let's see. We can channel anything. My third eye has no lid. Oh, very nice. Chucky, you are here. How is your murdering going over there in Germany? Father Blake. Let's see here. Uh-oh, what's going on? There's lots of messages being retracted. I can't read them. I look like a superhero to you? Good. I'm Handyman from the Living Color. Now, you can't be that way anymore, can you? They did a lot of crazy shit on that show. How can you say that it was Christianity when you just said Catholics apologized? Are you stupid? There is no Christianity without Catholicism. Are you stupid? They are the ones that put your Bible together. The Protestant Reformation came as a way to reform the church. Are you stupid? Really ridiculous that you modern Christians, you think that you are unique from your roots. The whole fact that you have a Bible is because of the Catholic Church. They put it together. If you acknowledge the Bible as the Word of God, you're acknowledging the Catholic Church who invented that idea. There was no Word of God until the Catholic Church invented it. So are you stupid, sir? Man, these people are dumb. Real Christianity practiced by Jesus? How do you know? Were you there? Jesus was a mushroom cult leader. Yeah, sure he was. You could be anything you want. He's the snowman. Every Christmas, we roll him up in our front yard. There's Jesus. He's got the wooden hands out of his arms that represents the cross. He has the carrot nose, which represents the Trinity. You know, we can make it anything you want it to be. Oh, let's see. You love Gnostics? Do you think it's okay for Gnostics to teach that in order to be a son of God, a woman must become a man? You think that is okay? You think that the world is created by an evil God, that you're all trapped here? I don't. I think that's terrible teachings. Oh, man. Where am I at here? Oh, my. Trying to catch up with all these comments here. It's so much to go through. This is a vampire movie now. How he would fill up your cup and you would spout ecstatic words in trance and the corruption would be pulled out from you. Okay, that sounds like fun. Where can we do that? Oh, let's see here. Oh. Your main character is a cute lady. Look at that. Read the Nag Hammadi Library. I've read some of the Gnostic texts. I don't believe they are, that you should be doing your religion that way. I think they hold wonderful Christian memories, that they have really good ideas about Jesus. But I think Gnostic religion is inappropriate. The idea that a woman must become a man, I think, is inappropriate. The idea that the world that you live in is made by an evil being, I think, is terrible. I live in a wonderful world. It is not evil. I need to get a grip. Thank you. Thank you. It's always helpful to begin your Christian preaching by telling me to get a grip. That makes me want to listen to you even more. Good job. I am leading many astray. I'm not leading anyone here. I am no leader. I am no teacher. I am no prophet. I am an entertainer, sir. This is all optional. You don't have to believe anything I'm saying. I don't care. I didn't get the proper intention in life. No, that's why I'm doing this. Yeah. The sword is here. Good to see you. The sword. You remember handyman, don't you, Oscar? Never underestimate the power of the handicap. Yeah, that's basically my life. Thor is here. Accept Thor as your personal lightning bringer. Oh, you watched Green Knight stream last night? Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, I enjoy it. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh man, people are so mad. Cry. Underworld. That was a good show. I watched all of the Underworlds. Now, that's a lady who doesn't get old. Kate Beckinsale, is that her name? She doesn't age. Maybe she really is a vampire. You ever see her? She looks like she's still 20 years old. She must be a vampire in real life. Do I believe in folklore? What do you mean by that? Do I believe in folklore? As a religion? Let's see here. Oh my goodness here. Church is getting out, ladies and gentlemen. They're all coming here for the bar. They're all coming here. I got to let me grab a water real quick. I need my last water. Can one of my children bring me my water bottle out of my room next to my computer? He's taking it. Are you getting for that for me, Pookie? When are you leaving? Okay. I need water. Go get me water. And I need something else from the store. I know, they can hear us. Yep, my daughter's got my water bottle here. Thank you, daughter. All right. She's going on a date. My wife's taking her on a date with her boyfriend. Early morning date. And I'm like, well, get me some waters while you're out. I got to get my sparkling ice, always, right? Sparkling ice, the drink of bards everywhere. When you're talking for hours on end and your palate begins to get tight, loosen it up with sparkling ice. You see, you can hear my wife laughing at my commercial. My daughter's amazed with my rhetorical abilities. Yeah. Let's see here. Catholics did not start Christianity, in that sense, inventing it. They certainly did. Now, the nascent of the Christian experience was very diverse, but one ring came to rule them all, and that was the Catholic Orthodox Church, the imperial-backed organization that learned to control the nations, the Roman nations, with religion. And eventually that fell apart, eventually became an Eastern and Western empire, and so on and so forth, and it continued to fall apart more and more and more there. So you don't know what you're talking about. Good guy activism, nice to see you. I am dumb, sir. Oh, we trading blows. Oh, look at you, poor little baby. Ooh, so sad. So sad that you come to trade blows with the bard. You are trying to hurt my feelings. Oh, I am so sad now. Someone get me a tissue. Please call the ambulance. I need attention. Oh. Let's see here. The Dead Sea Scrolls are an interesting read. The Bible has been politicized a bunch of times here. The Dead Sea Scrolls prove one important reality. There was no word of God for the Jews. They had different organizations of Jews, all had their own books. The books that came to last came from the Pharisaical tradition. There was no word of God that was universal and for all. This was an invention by the church. The New Testament in the 4th century, the Old Testament, which continued to be edited for 10 centuries after Christ, the Hebrew scriptures, 12th century when it became. And who did that? The Catholic Church. All of the other churches had their own, like look at the Ethiopians. They were not part of the Latin Church. They had their own Bible. There was no such thing as the Word of God. This is an invention by Christians to say, this you must believe in, or else. It is a scam. Let's see. Deity pudding. Your God looks like Megan Fox and wears high socks. Look at that. You watched the Transformers religiously. Yeah. I'm your D man. What kind of D do you want from me, sir? We met at BJ's, right? The grocery store. Okay. All right. Let's see here. If you believe the Bible is folklore, you believe it existed? I don't believe the Bible is folklore. The Bible was put together by people with an agenda. Now, I believe there's mythology in the biblical texts. I don't have a problem with that. But that's not how the Bible is brought to you, sir. It is brought to you as this is God's word. That is a control mechanism. That's what you're experiencing. Oh, you want to see Megan Fox in high socks? Well, I don't keep up. I don't. My wife is the only goddess that I need. Let's see here. Where am I at? Trying to catch up here. Lots of fundamentalism today. Let's see here. Where does the Bard's bathwater come out? You'll drink that? I should start selling it. Like little bottle. I use my empty, recycled ice bottles here. Fill it with my bath water and sell it to you. Look at that. What a great idea, right? And I'll sell my holy napkins that I use for my allergies. Look at this. Put your hand on the screen. Touch the holy cloth right now. Go on. Touch it. Touch the cloth. Put your finger up there. Look at that. Now you have the anointing of the Bard. Look at that. That's a good idea. Start selling them. Yeah, one ring to rule them all and to bring them together in the darkness and bind them. Catholicism. That's what it is. The evil ring. And Tolkien in real life, he was a big member. He understood his own religion. Rome is now the USA. Sure it is. I look like Whoopi Goldberg. That's a compliment. She's wonderful. I love her. She's a wonderful entertainer, Whoopi Goldberg. I don't watch her on her ladies show that much, but when she's on there, she's like breaking up all the cat fights all the time. Ladies, she puts her hand down on the table to stop the fighting. Whoopi Goldberg, she's great. I really enjoy. I'd love to have her on my show here. If you know Whoopi Goldberg, let's get her on. She's a wonderful entertainer. I appreciate all that she has given to the world, right? She went and met with the Pope like a couple of years ago. Did you know that? She went over there and met with the Pope. And she goes, I don't agree with it, but he was wonderful. She met with Pope Francis a couple of years ago when he was still around. That's wonderful, right? She is that's part of her background, is Catholicism, I believe. Let's see here. Where am I at? Where are we at? The problem with Christianity is the people. Christianity is just a terrible religion. It controls people. That's the bottom line. You claim to be a vampire. You see Christianity exists and believe? I don't know, but you claim to be a vampire, and you've seen vampires exist? Don't you have a sense of humor? When I'm claiming to be a vampire, it is a jest, sir. I'm not really a vampire. I don't have a set of needles and I go around extracting blood at nightclubs from people. That is a jest. Do you not have a sense of humor? Do you not understand that this most of the show is comedy? Do you have no sense of humor? This is really sad that you really thought I was telling people I'm a real vampire. My wife is a werewolf. Our children are half vampire, they are half werewolf, right? Some of them eat like that. I mean, my cabinets, they're always running dry, the way that children eat. I mean, it costs a lot of damn money to feed my children. They eat too much damn food all of the time. I mean, it's really crazy. Sometimes I have to hide food because they will eat it. I have to go wrap it up and hide it somewhere. Because I bought some food and I made some, like, I'm going to hide this here. And sometimes they find where I hide it and they will eat it. And they'll replace it with something. They'll it'll be a piece of pizza. They'll wrap up a sandwich in there for me. I mean, what, do you see that? If you have children, you know what I'm talking about. Now, my mother, she watches the show sometimes. She thought she was smart. She took the snacks and she put a lock on the cabinets. She thought that would keep me out of it. With the cabinets, they have screws in for the hinges. So I just unscrewed the hinges. I took the hinges off, took out all of the food, and left the box for the food. Mother, did you ever figure it out that I was taking the screws off and eating the snacks out of the cabinet? Did you ever figure that out? Children eat too much damn food. Let's see. Do you wear glasses? Do you see the glasses here? I have glasses. Do you not see that I am blind without the glasses? Let's see. What's on your everyday? Do I carry when it comes to magic wands? Are you talking about the one in my pants? Is that what you're talking about? You want me to talk about my magic wand and all of its powers of procreation? That's not the kind of show that I'm doing here, sir. We could talk more about that in my D&D channel. All of the magic swords and magic wands. Yeah. Your God's penis is bigger than your God's? My God is a lady. Druid. She doesn't have a penis. She is a mother. So your argument is irrelevant, sir. Your God might have the biggest penis in the cosmos. I don't know. Maybe Yahweh is your God. He has the largest wiener of all time, right? Let's see here. Trying to catch up to what's going on here with these comments here. But let's see here. You like to jar your flagellants. It's a great side hustle for you. You are helping to fuel the future world. Good. You'll buy them all? Let's see here. Where are we at? We don't do politics here. But the fact of the Republican Party being influenced by evangelical Christianity is an obvious thing that you have just commented on. I love murder is here. You do? Is your God the Lord of Murder Baal from Forgotten Realms? are you into those shows about people murdering and stuff? You enjoy solving the crimes and stuff? Is that what you're into? Or are you just a nut job that loves, natural born killers and stuff like that? This is a true story. When I first became a Christian, I was coming out of a group of friends that were all into all kinds of bizarre things. And I started going around preaching to them, hoping to convert them to Christianity. And I had one friend, she didn't want to convert, but she was concerned about one of her friends who she was deep into the occult. And she had plans to go around the United States murdering people. They had this all planned out, that they were going to go murder people. I'm serious. This is not a lie. And she wanted me to try to convert her, to get her out of this. And it worked. I met with her, and she was having some problems with entities that were compelling her to want to do harm to others. And so we worked it out. She became a Christian, and Christianity was helpful to her in that regard, to help give her a new outlook on life. Sometimes people need something better to see their world, and that was helpful to her. Not everything in Christianity is bad. It's just how the church peddles it. I think it's terrible. The idea of salvation from a God, I think it's terrible. Turn the other cheek doesn't mean act like a bitch. No, turning the other cheek has a context to it. It is a heroic way to defeat the damage that another person is causing. It is only turn the other cheek when you have a weapon and you choose not to use it. Turning the other cheek isn't being a coward. It's when you can do something, when you can stand up and beat their ass, but instead you choose to defeat their evil in a more wholesome way, but not acting upon it by turning the other cheek. That's what the teaching is. When you have, these ideas in the Bible, they only become things of power when you have the ability to do something about it. You're not turning the other cheek by being a coward. You are turning the other cheek as a way to defeat the evil, because it makes no sense to them when you're not fighting back, when you are choosing not to draw your weapon. Now, the idea of doing this has a context, right? You don't turn the other cheek when someone breaks into your home and wants to harm you. You eliminate them, is what you are supposed to do. You don't say, "Oh, come on in, go on and rape and pillage my family." No, you eliminate the threat. That doesn't work. Turning the other cheek is used to defeat the evil. Now, this person that comes in and you end up, they're still alive. You eliminate the threat, but they're alive. The police come and get them, and now you are in the court, and it's your time to speak your truth for their sentencing, their justice, right? Turning the other cheek is going to that person saying, "Look, you are going to rape and pillage my family. I put a stop to you, but I forgive you for what you have done. You deserve the death penalty or whatever, but I want to forgive you. I want you to serve your justice out. I want you to think about what you have done and try to be a better person. But I forgive you, and I want to help you. I'm going to come and visit you in the prison now, and I want to talk to you. I want you to be a better person." That is turning the other cheek. Now, you can't always do that with some people. They're just too damn nuts. But that is turning the other cheek. It's defeating the evil. That is turning the other cheek. It isn't being a coward. You have to get the context of it right. But someone like you, I don't think you understand that. I mean, you're talking about being a bitch if you don't do it right. I think you don't understand. The same thing with this. You have these ideas in Christianity, like the idea of living out virginity. If nobody wants you, I mean, that's not living out virginity. Living out virginity is, the idea of celibacy is only when you have the opportunity to get laid and you say, no, I am not going to do that. I'm choosing to live a certain lifestyle. That's when it becomes celibacy. Now, it's pretty easy to get laid nowadays, right? You just have the app on your phone and you can meet someone behind 7-Eleven. But celibacy is a spirituality that says, I can do this, but I'm going to choose to sacrifice it to give my energies to this form of spirituality. These principles within Christianity, they only make sense when you have an opportunity to not do them that way. Let's see. All right, you're a pervert. Goodbye. What a sick person. What a sick person. Bard, what is your everyday carry when it comes to magic? I don't carry a wand around. In Druidry, there are people who use wands for ritualistic purposes. And that is finding one's wand is that's a sacred thing. Sometimes wands are given to you. Sometimes you find them in your own grove. That is an experience that I have not had. I don't. The first time I ever did any type of magic was recently with the new moon. I thought, I'm willing to try anything, so I gave it a try, and we shall see the results, right? The moon magic. That's I did the petition, I buried it, and on a piece of paper, I did all of that. I'm willing to try things, but magic and stuff is something I don't practice. Have I met Jesus? No. Let's see here. I believe everything you're saying. Yeah, wonderful. It's not for you to forgive anyone, then don't. Be miserable the rest of your life. You have a Nutella jar stashed in your drawer? You do PG-13 things to Nutella jars? Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's see here. You don't honor Odin. I don't care about deities that demand anything. Screw your Odin. Screw any god that thinks less of me because I'm not doing it the way they want. All of these gods that are warrior deities, right there to you. I oppose you in every way. Screw all of you that demand anything of me. Oh, let's see here. Am I a druid? I practice druidry. I am a member of the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. I'm a bard in the order. I practice it. It is something new to me. I've been practicing druidry since July, so I'm learning about it. And it's been very helpful. It's changed my whole life. And no, I did not leave Christianity because of druidry. I was practicing druidry while I was a Christian. I left Christianity because it's terrible. Oh, man. Oh, a pentacle. Cool. Look at, now we have the right people here. When you say pentacle, cool, there it is, right? You have come to the right place. Oh, gather round the cauldron of Ceridwen. Ceridwen is the way, the truth, the cauldron. No one comes to the Owen but by her. For Ceridwen so loved the world that she gave her one and only cauldron, that whoever receives of it shall be inspired. In the beginning was the cauldron. The cauldron was with Ceridwen, and Ceridwen was with the cauldron. And all the Owen came from the cauldron. These are the glasses of David, yes. You love to put Nutella on your penis. Good for you. Good for you. Make a sandwich out of it. I don't give a shit. Let's see. What religion is this? Spiritual entertainment. Oh, majestic, wonderful, perfect bar. What's my favorite food? Let's see. Well, I guess ramen noodles. That's what I've eaten most of my life. Probably why I'm deficient in brain matter. Good morning, Ryan O'Neill. Good to see you, our good friend. Good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment. Always nice to see our good friend Ryan here as I adjust my seat here. Yeah, I hate this little glare that I get on my glasses. It's a nuisance. What's wrong with calling females dudes? In the context of the Gnosticism, they say you cannot be a son of God, so you have to stop being female. So that's bad. It has nothing to do with diversity. Nice try, jackass. Trying to gaslight here. You believe the Old Testament is an ancient memory of the paleo contact with aliens? Yeah, they were doing butt probes back then. That's what most of those stories were about. Belief in God is based on emotions and imagination, not reason and evidence. What a dumbass. Oh, man. Everything begins in the imagination, sir. Everything that you could see on the screen here is repopulated in the context of your imagination. Or I would just be energy beams on a screen. I mean, you are really ridiculous. Don't you love fundamentalist atheists? You are an embarrassment to atheists here that are on here. You can explain an LSD trip without looking crazy. It depends on how much you take. So you're Christian. I thought I'd remember you talking about the goddess is what you worship. I never said I was a Christian. I used to be one. I'm not against everything in Christianity. I was a Christian for 30 years. But yes, I mean, what makes me contradict the goddess? I don't understand what. I just got done preaching about catitude, so I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's stupid to think that everything in Christianity is bad. I think that is a dumb move. There's a lot of helpful things in Christianity. Let's see. You like shepherd's pie? Let's see here. That's Satan's star. Yes, it is. Watch out. I am the false prophet of the Antichrist. We are doing devil stuff here. You like turning the other butt cheek. I bet you do. You're one of my Grindr refugees that are on here. Butt Cheeks Larry is what you are now will be known by. Now, Butt Cheeks Larry, he has some strange problems with his butt cheeks from his Grindr pictures that he was showing me. I had to block him. He has a certain rashes or skin disease, or I don't know if maybe it's tattooing. He's got some really strange craters on his ass that looks kind of like the moon. Not very attractive. And I said, no, I'm not interested in you butt cheeks, Larry. I'm going to exclude you from my Grindr. And so what does he do? He comes here and says, hey, everyone, look at my ass. Yay. You need to get some help. And maybe skin grafting, something. I mean, what you got going on? Go to a dermatologist. That stuff is, your ass is not healthy, sir. Butt cheeks, Larry. Oh, Chucky. Very wise words. Thank you. What about eye for an eye? Bullshit. Sellers said choice, just not theirs. Ka-chow. Oh, let's see here. Where am I at here? Am I a druid? I practice druidry. I could be considered a hedge druid because I do it my own way. Oh, let's see. Where am I at here? Trying to catch up to your comments here. Oh, let's see. Can I answer your early question about forgiveness? I don't remember what it was. You have to give me. You follow no cult. Straw man arguments. Yeah, don't you love Christian apologetics with its special words? Straw man. What is one of the other words that they like using? That is a shit. They have all of these special words that they like using. Straw man's one of their favorite. Or hamburger or bratwurst. Oh, I like a good bratwurst. Oh, excuse me, brother. I wish to know what you're practicing or preaching. Well, I'm not preaching anything here. I am an entertainer. I am practicing spiritual entertainment from the cauldron of Caradwin. I am a practitioner of spiritual entertainment. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I am an entertainer. I am not a teacher. I am not a guru. I am not a priest. I am just about sharing the experience of my life and my ancestors through my voice, through my entertainment, helping you to connect with the divine. You need to go to the high priestess room. Oh, no. Well, hurry back, my friend. You love me. Thank you, Raven Sand. You're getting drowsy all night? Well, take a nap. Why do Jews get blamed for all the wrongs in the world? Because of the Christians. Their book says the Jews did this, the Jews did that. And they're always blaming the Jews. That's why. All right. Where am I at? Trying to catch up to your comments here. Is this a family-friendly channel? No. There's people who talk about their butt cheeks and stuff on here. This is not family-friendly. Please don't let your children watch. Let's see. Where am I at here? The other side of the moon has fewer craters. Yeah, probably. Than his backside. You've seen pictures of our friend here. Yeah. You need to rest. All right. Take care of yourself. When will I stream again? Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be back tomorrow morning. Unless I choose to go out to my grove later today, I might do some streaming from there. Druid means oak knowledge, something like that. It's a put together of two different words. It's something like that. I think one of them has to do with sun or knowledge. I don't remember. Every morning and most afternoons, I am on here. Yeah. You need to find an oak tree. Let's see. Yes, subscribe and do the notification bell. I used to say not do the notification bell, but because I would put on like at least 10 things a day you would have going into an email box. Now there's just usually three a day you will get from here. So like, subscribe, notification bell. And I do this every day. You can also join our community on Discord. We have atheists, pagans, Christians, Jews, Muslims, everyone on there together having a good time under the banner of spiritual entertainment. There's a join button over there. For the price of a cup of coffee, you could support what I do. this great experience of spiritual entertainment, and then join us on our Discord server. We have wonderful people there. Logical fallacy is one of them. Yeah. Let's see here. You're a kielbasa girl yourself. Oh, look at that. I think kielbasa tastes much better than bratwurst. Yeah, I would agree. It depends on the flavoring as well. I'm more of the mild spice Italian stuff I really enjoy. Do I have any superpowers? I have the power to get into your heart and mind. There's nothing more powerful than that, is there? How fair they are. I'm not a music man, sir. Do I have a pocket serpent? There's a serpent in my pocket. And it's, no, I don't. I don't put my serpent into my pocket. No, I do not. It's 10 for me. You must be on the West Coast. Oh, let's see here. Where am I at here? Hello, Luke Miller. Good to see you. And Jeanette, our good friend, lover of nature and all those wonderful things. Good to have you here, Jeanette. Goodbye, Black Dancer. The straw man, yeah, you're trying to educate us on all the cool tactics of fundamentalists, telling us what assuming before judge. Straw man is making up another argument that it really doesn't have to do with the conversation. You invent it. You create a scarecrow, to contradict. Now, there's all kinds of these words that you people use. Brother, could you please tell me what is your practice and why I have lost faith and feel senseless? What is my practice? I practice Druidry, earth-based spirituality and spiritual entertainment. That is it. Now, why you've lost faith and feel senseless is because that's how you should feel. You should lose faith in something that does not deliver. That is what humans do. When we don't have results, we lose faith. Your religion has not provided you with results, so you should feel senseless. Feeling senseless is not wrong. Feeling senseless should drive you to seek answers. You're not finding them in your religion. You should leave it and find another. Keep looking until you find what you need. Yeah, if it's sad that most religions, they just want you to make believe and one day you'll get results when you die. Yeah, screw that. Is this the cauldron of life? This is the cauldron of the hour, the cauldron of the inspiration that Keredwin gives to you. That's what it is. What the F is this? Entertainment? 6, 7? No, I am old school. I think, modern sexuality, I don't know how you would do it. 69 is where I stay. 6, 7, no thank you. I don't know how you pull that off. I mean, use your own creativity with that. I don't get into modern sexuality. After the Kumasatra, I said, that's it. We'll stay there. All this weird shit that people make up nowadays, that's your thing. I'm Gen X. Gen X, we stick. After Gen X, everything went downhill. We stay with 69. You younger people with your strange, bizarre sexual stuff that you do, that's your business. I am old-fashioned. 69 is where I stay. No 6, 7 for me. I don't know what the hell that is. That's your problem. Oh, let's see here. D's nuts is often a commentator here on the program. We haven't seen D's nuts come on in a while, have we? It's been a few weeks. They used to come on and talk up with us about spirituality. These are the people you want to talk to, who are named after private parts when they are talking about their religion, right? They always have the best insight. We haven't seen, we had another person who would come on regularly. His name was Uranus. And he would talk about Christianity all the time with us. Uranus. These are the people who have all the wisdom. Let's see here, where am I at? Am I still Christian? No, I am not. I don't believe in salvation. I think that is a terrible belief. Do I believe that Jesus? I think his teachings are valuable and helpful. I'm not against Jesus. Now, if he is the ultimate deity, I think he understands what I'm doing, that he's not going to hold it against me. I don't believe that he is the ultimate deity. I believe that we all participate in the mystery. When did Druidism start? It is a Celtic religion or pre-Celtic. Well, that depends who you ask, Zena. Druidry has many, many forms in history, does it not? The modern Druidry took place, it's a few hundred years old. The Druidry of the Celts was one thing. The Druidry of the Welsh people is another. You have different faces and different ideas. How I come to understand Druidry, it is an archetype. It is something that belongs to our humanity, and that it has many forms and representations. Ultimately, Druidry is a high priesthood of the natural. That is how I understand it. It's going into the natural, bringing other people into the natural to experience what I say is divine. That is how I interpret. I just made a video about Druidry not too long ago. If you're interested, go to my videos. Lots of videos about Druidry. So that's how I understand it. There's proto-Druidry, you could say. You can find that, like in Shintoism, is a Druidry. Now, in modern Druidry, we like to try to put the history together. You have a proto-Druidry, the people that built the great monoliths and Stonehenge and things. They were a type of Druid. Then you have the Celts coming in and inheriting land. Now that's another type of Druidry, right? And then you have in Druidry the reality of the bard. That's another type of Druidry that you find in history, that really, to this very day, what you have that's left over in the world is what the Celtic reality comes from Wales. The bardic tradition in there is ancient, right? And that's a particular kind of Druidry that continues, right? That influenced a lot of modern Druidry. Like the order that I belong to, of Druids, the order of bards, Ovites, and Druids, it takes a lot of its form from the ancient Druidry of the Welsh people. That's where a lot of it comes from, but it's its own experience of it. Druidry belongs to all humanity. This is fake. Well, you don't have to be here, crybaby. Wah, poo-poo pants. Oh, this is fake. Everyone listen. Don't listen to him. You don't have to be here. I don't give a shit. You love big, juicy sausages? I bet you do. You spent the evening making black seed and oregano oil. Oh, that sounds delicious. What do you do with your black seed and oregano oil? I love oregano. I put it on everything. So I can only imagine what the oils could do. Let's see. 420, blaze it. I don't blaze it. I eat it. I consume my marijuana. I took some before the show here. Let's see here. I skipped your comment about forgiveness. Give it to me again. I'm sorry. I'll try to get to it. There's you have to understand, I am one person, and there's 2,000 comments at least on here that I'm trying to sift through. I'm just one bard. Do I like sausages? Oh, yes. Let's see. You don't pick and choose gods to worship? Don't care. Do I eat horse? No, I don't eat horse. I think horses are benevolent creatures. They are not meant to be livestock. The horses are elegant and beautiful creatures, very intelligent. I don't think you should be eating them. They have culture. They have personality. The horses are beautiful, beautiful creatures. Oh, let's see here. Dan Ambrose say he did Kumasatra. Father been around. Yeah. Yeah. The old couple manual will stay with the old couples. Your new versions of the Kumasatra. No, thank you. I can only twist and turn so many times in my old age. Let's see here. Psalm 82 is the counsel of the gods. Yeah, you can find that throughout the Bible. Yeah. Forgive me, Father, I continue to sin. I like to go on far-right streams and ask for their OF link just to have them uncomfortable. You want my OnlyFans link? No problem. Yeah, you can see my penis if you want. Become a community member. See the join button over there? OnlyFans member, no problem. I don't mind sharing my private parts with the world for the right price. And for here, it is a small, medium, or large coffee. No problem at all, Martin. I understand. You come on here, that's what you think. I want to see his penis. That is where the real wisdom comes from. I understand people like you, and I have you covered here. On my OnlyFans page, you can see me out, sky-clad, worshiping the goddess in the moonlight. All of your desires are met for the price of a cup of coffee. It's real simple. And you can also be a member of our Discord server as well. I understand where you're coming from, Martin. Can I shapeshift? No, I cannot. I wouldn't mind trying it. Good to see you, Machine Gun Kelly. How's your family we were just talking about Megan Fox earlier today. You know many Catholics who are also practicing witches? There are many different blended spiritualities. Evident Fellowship of Isis, founded by Olivia Robertson. Yeah, I remember one time when I was a Christian fundamentalist, there was this, if you are from the Detroit area, on the corner of 8 Mile and Gratiot, there's a lady that's a psychic lady that's been there for many years. So I thought when I was a Christian fundamentalist, I would go in and try to convert her. And I go in and she goes, I'm already Christian. I am Catholic. And she points to, she had a statue of Jesus in her, Sacred Heart of Jesus in her little psychic shop there. And I didn't know what to do after that. So I left. Like, oh shit, maybe I need to rethink this stuff. Was there human sacrifice in Druidism? There might have been. Yeah, there might have been. Human sacrifice was in many types of cultures. Now, when you talk about Druidism, you have to understand that it was practiced differently in different cultures by different people. Not everything Celtic is the same. Human sacrifice might have been done by certain tribes of people. It is something that is in the history of all peoples. No one is immune from the sacrifice of humans. But that's not, what modern Druids do today. Unless we have our Wicker Man up in a Christian fundamentalism, we can try to trick them into the orgy. Take advantage of their temptation, send a couple of our temple prostitutes out to them and try to get them weak. And then we get them in, we burn. The movie with Nick Cage was real. Yeah. But it was about Christian fundamentalism. They make the best kind of lanterns. Yeah. Is that the devil's sign in the background? Yes, it is. I am a servant of the devil. I have come to bring damnation to the world, spreading darkness wherever I go, bringing evil to every corner of the world. I am the false prophet from the Bible. It is me, it's me, it's me. It's all here. I will not deceive you any further. Our Christian friend here has exposed my evil. I am here bringing the devil to the four corners of the earth. Yes, it's all true. Yeah. Oh, Jesus wanted everyone to hate their family and love him only. Yeah, sounds like a cult, right? That should tell you something, right? The people who are writing the New Testament, they knew how to control people. You have all of these obligations that are irrational in the New Testament. Do this or you'll be destroyed. Love me more or you will be destroyed. Bear fruit or you will be destroyed. It's all control. Let's see. MGK is the pentacle that represents elements of nature. The Romans destroyed Druidism. They did. It went underground, yeah. But it continued to, what we know of the Druid turned into the Bard, really. Some say there were at one time Bards, Ovites, and Druids all working together in the clan. That is the modern Druidry that we have today, that is based on these three that were present in the history of Druidry. Now, the Bard, historically, is the only thing that has survived from Druidism. The Bard became the Druid. He became the priest. He became the one that helped you to connect to the divine through the memory of the ancestors. That tradition is still alive in Wales. You will still find that today. They have a bardic schools there. That is part of their history of the people there. That is the only place where it is still around. It was in Ireland for quite a while, to the 16th century. When Ireland was thoroughly conquered by the English, those bardic schools disappeared. I'm worshiping the shadow government. Yes, I am. It's all true. I work for the Raelians. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, man. Where am I at here? Scroll through. I'm trying to catch up. I'm still way behind. I'm way behind. Oh, damn. Where am I at here? Black seed and oregano oil is healing oil, both topical and cautiously internal. Oh, let's see. Thank you, Jeanette. Jeanette is a wonderful expert on what is outside. I did ask, I said, is that a devil sign? Not, that's a devil sign. I am sorry. Well, you got the best answer I could give you, right? It's all true. Forgiveness question. I don't know how to forgive. I either understand, don't care anymore, or I don't trust them. How do I actually forgive someone? Well, you have to understand that you can forgive the person. The memory you continue of the pain and the trauma. You don't have to go to the person to do this. The idea is letting go of the pain. The pain is causing you the problem. Your vengeance, your hatred for that person that you continue doesn't do shit to them. You are the one suffering with it. That is the principle in the teachings of Christianity that is helpful for you to heal. By letting that go, by saying to that person in your memory, I'm not going to think about this anymore. I let it go. You have done me wrong. I hope that some justice can be done for what you have done, but I'm going to move on now. The healing is for you, right? Now, sometimes that healing carries over to the other person where they can find that the evil that has been driving them, that they too can overcome it and be free. And there's great examples of it. The one I like to use is this guy rapes and kills this man's daughter, right? It is his sentencing. You have the people in the family, friends, coming up, and saying to this person, I hope you get raped in jail and murdered. They're all coming up, and this guy's smiling. He's up there with this evil smile on his face. The father gets up and says, you have hurt me and my family. What you did to my daughter was evil. And I hope that, justice is carried out, that you experience the justice that you need. But I want you to know I forgive you for what you have done. And in that moment, the smile of this gentleman, this mocking smile at all these other people, it turned to tears, and he began to weep and said he was sorry for what he had done. That would have never happened. Now he has to continue to deal with what he has done. He is going, instead of looking at it as a triumph, as a victory, yes, I hurt someone and I enjoy it. That power of that forgiveness helped that person to learn empathy, to learn that they have caused harm to another person. Now they have to deal with what they have done. But because of that forgiveness that was given to them, they can now heal from it. They can learn and become a better person. That is what forgiveness can do to people. That is right. What Christians teach about forgiveness and its power is right. Let's see. The Catholic Church has devastated Ireland. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, the dead bodies and stuff. Yeah, we had someone who was a victim of that was once part of the show that would talk about it from Ireland. It's terrible. It's worse what they did in Canada with the indigenous people there. Yeah, they have a whole history of tormenting people. Nice to see you again, Young's Blood. Oh, let's see. You don't go well with penis pictures? Well, don't subscribe to my OnlyFans channel. No. You're a funny guy. When my finances are a thing, I will join. Well, wonderful, Martin. Yeah, we appreciate you being on the show. I am a comedian. This 50% of the show is comedy. The rest is of serious nature. I mix spirituality and comedy together. Where else do you find that are successful at it? You'll have like Christian theme joking around or whatever religion they are part of. They'll integrate it in, right? But where can you find such harmony where people are experiencing something, right? That's the power of spiritual entertainment. You don't want to see my penis? Is there an option to join where you don't need to see? Yeah, you don't have to go to my OnlyFans page. That is optional. That's what, people kept asking about it. I'm like, shit, well, I'll just do it. I will have an OnlyFans page for my community. Like, can we see your penis? All the time I'm getting at people asking me. I'm like, all right, for my community members only. Yeah. Let's see. Stop rapping. You don't like my rapping? You miss Olivia Robertson? She was a wonderful woman. Yeah. Where can you get a Hobbit cloak? On Amazon. So I got mine. Am I Welsh? Just a little bit. Yeah. I have a mixed Celtic heritage. And I decided to, the least of my DNA ancestry, I said I would use that. I'm more Gaelic than I am Brittonic. Yeah, my surname goes back to northern France, to Brittany. That is where I trace my ancestry, through the surname. So I have a mixed Celtic kit. Most of the Britannic Celts were in Wales and northern France, right? That's why I trace my surname too. But so I chose. I just have a little bit of Welsh. I chose to make that the focus of, out of all of the Celtic stuff, to make that like that happened to be in the organization that I belong to. They use a lot of Welsh things. You like the word Awen, right? Celtic nobles ritually sacrifice themselves to meet the gods and to win favor with the community. Yeah, and that wasn't universal. That was in certain places. The idea of human sacrifice was not like this is what the religion teaches. Like you have that, friends, in the Aztec tradition, right? It wasn't all about human sacrifice. There are Aztec people today that practice the old religion without. They realized it was wrong to do. When societies evolve and their understandings of deity get better, they stop doing their bullshit that they did. Yeah, but unfortunately, that never happened with Christianity. Shout out from Scotland. Chemistry here is from Scotland. Look at that. He might be your neighbor. Your three brothers or sisters are Welsh. Johnny, yeah. We have people from all over the world here. And, I try to practice modern Celtic spirituality as a practitioner of Druidry. And having that connections to the land, having the connections to my ancestors, I think is very healthy for me. What is my religion? Spiritual entertainment. That is it. I guess you could make Druidry out of a religion, right? Some people do. Poke at AK. You but be a Zionist? No, I think Zionism is a terrible and evil thing in the world. Hello from the United States of Australia. Nice to see you. Well, your name is Luita. Good to have you here, Luita. Romans kicking up a fuss about they killed the Gaulish leader as a sacrifice to the god of wars. Funny, yeah. Yeah, they're whining about human sacrifice and they go and do it. Don't you love it? We had a guy last week. You druids sacrifice people. I love burning witches, he said. What a sick person. Yeah. He got banned. This is the first time you're seeing a new religion. It's a spirituality, Druidry. It's not a religion. You can be any religion and practice it. When I started, I was a Christian. What is my religion? Bardism. Yeah. Or Ceridwanism. Yeah. Ceridwanism. Yeah, we'll call it that. Yeah, we all worship Ceridwen here. She is the only true God. Oh, where am I at here? Let's see. I look like Superman? Yeah, I bet you want me to come and save you. I'm super bard. Are the fae folk aliens, spirits, or interdimensional beings? Well, you could say yes to all of that if you wanted to. Right? To me, how I understand fae is they're the ancestors. They're in the realm of memory, the place of mystery. And they still speak to us today. They still come back around in their own way. I don't think they are in another dimension. They are here. There's a boundary to the experience of them, but it's all here. It's all around us. Are bards still OP in current D&D? Like 10 years ago, they were the beast. Well, it all depends on how you want to play them, right? When I play a bard, it is OP because I know how to do it, and I do it well in real life and in the mythical fake world of D&D. Yahweh is the father of lies. I agree. I worship myself, nothing but a know-nothing, arrogant moron. You're such a good person. This person, his name is Canada 515. He is a Christian, and he comes on here because I don't want to accept his religion. He likes calling me names and stuff. Very great representative of Christianity. Yeah. Am I a Thor follower? No. The only goddess I talk about is Keridwen. That is the only person I talk about. She's an ancestor. Let's see. What is divine? The world you live in. You are divine. Let's see here. Oh, poor Canada 515. You're crying? Oh, somebody call the ambulance up. And Riley. Oh, no, we don't have diapers here. You have to go to your mommy. Let's see. Where am I at here? It's raining outside. I'm glad I did not go out to my grove. Yeah, we are getting rain. Look at that. Or is that the air blowing really hard? Oh, let's see here. You practice piano more. The muscles in your hands and arms are a bit out of it. Yeah, it's amazing how much the instruments transform you, right? Forgiveness will keep hatred from eating you from inside out. Forgiveness is your relief. A bonus is that it might help the offender as well. But anger and hate will eat you up. Yeah, they will kill you. They will harm you. They make you a terrible person. Green Knight, good to see you. Going through the streets of Toronto, fighting the evils of lack of entertainment. It is the Green Knight. We had someone on earlier saying they were enjoying your show yesterday. Yeah, his show is going to be more and more popular. Get on board. More and more popular as he goes around, right? And Sir Flame Drop, our wonderful savior of the mosquito population and into bud divination. The bard is generous in how his penis and shares it freely. Yeah, he's looking at it now on my OnlyFans page. Isn't that wonderful? You are Scottish, Russian, and Jamaican. Wow, what a combination. Let's see here. Have I been to Wales? No, I have not. It is my hope to go there one day. Yeah, to go all over the islands there. To spend a lot of time over there where my ancestors are mainly from. Your heritage DNA never really tested. Your mom's genealogy research, your family roots are 30-mile radius. Isn't that beautiful? That you have memory in the land there, that you've always been with it. That your ancestors walked in the same places and built relationships there. That's quite beautiful. Starboy, nice to see you. You traced your genealogy all the way to the 1300s. Yeah, I think mine goes to like the 17s or 18s or 16s. I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked at the paperwork. It's from French during 1313, catching the Templars left and right from Scotland and married in Italy. Yeah. I have 1% of my heritage is from Northern Ireland or Northern Italy. That is the odd out of the 1% there, 1% American, but the rest is from all the history of the UK. Northern Wales, you're guessing your brothers are down in the south. Let's see. My accent is not Welsh, no. My accent is Waterdhavian, Northern Ward. All right, where am I at here? Let's scroll through here. Am I an atheist? No. I talk about divinities here. I've had experiences with divinities most of my life. So I freely share that information with people. You are Scottish and Irish. You are 25% Irish, 25% Britain, 25%, 30% Germanic. Yeah. Yeah. Most of southern England is Germanic tribes. Yeah. Your family is Irish and German. Welsh dragons, yeah. Your family is the world. Starboy here isn't everyone. He's been around such a long time. Are we Gnostics here? No. You want to see my penis? Go to my OnlyFans page. We can't do that here on YouTube. They don't like it. You feel more Pallades when it might be described? Or Pilates. Thomas, nice to see you. You had a bad dentist in 1982? Damn. Oh, man. Let's see here. Wonderful day to you as well. Oh, I'm getting a wintry mix leading to snow in your area today. Oh, my. It sounded just like it was raining out here. Let me look at my fire weather warning. Oh, shit. What is that? There's a weather warning outside here. Critical low humidity and gusty winds result in elevated fire danger. Oh, shit. So I was hearing winds that I was hearing there. Yep, that's where I'm at. I got a warning here. So don't be barbecuing today, they say. There's it's fire weather watch. Yeah, there was some rain. It's 75 degrees C full forecast. We have rain. Yeah, there was rain right now. It's supposed to clear up by 2 p.m. Then it's winds at 70 miles per hour. And it's starting to cool. It'll be cool in the night. It'll get down in the 40s. Yeah, everything's coming back to winter next week. Tomorrow, it's the high is 57. The winter's last gust, trying to find its way back. Its last hurrah. Let's see here. The fairy folk used to be Tuatha De Danann. Yeah, that is one belief, right? There's when it comes to what is fairy, you'll find like a diversity of legends and traditions, right? To me, they're just ancestors. What primary source is the Tuatha De Danann from? There is no primary source, but you'll have different presentations of them, like the different battle histories of Ireland and how Ireland was popular. There's these histories that were written down by people that were storytellers in the Middle Ages. That's all that we have. And it talks about the children of Dana in them, which were all of these gods, that they came from some mystical place in the north to populate Ireland. And they lived in Ireland for a while, and they left, and other people came. So these are interesting tales that they have about the children of Dana. You can trace it all the way back to the Indo-European myths. There's a lot that go back to the Rig Vedas. There's connections there. Oh, let's see here. Scrolling through here, trying to catch up. Not too far behind. We're starting to slow down here. Yeah, when I get to the end, we'll call it a day. The end of the comments at some point when I get there. Oh, let's see. The Fae are everywhere, have no doubt. And if you look at different mythologies throughout the world, doesn't matter what part of the world, you will have some type of legends about Fae, little people and stuff like that. You know, where we live here, we are close, right across the Gulf is Mexico. You know, have the Mayan legends and mythologies. And they have fairies called Aluxis. Now, I've shared here where I have one of my sons I have two sons that are autistic. One son has a kind of a sensitivity, and he could sometimes see things. And he told me he had this like crystal cluster that he was keeping. And he had told me that he said that a Mexican gnome, he called it, had stolen it from him. I'm like, Mexican gnome. So we tried to like do some research on what a Mexican gnome is. And the Aluxis, that's what it was. He kept calling it. He didn't know what to call it. And eventually it brought it back. It brought the thing several months later. And I guess these beings have like ADHD. Check your hard drive. Okay, you don't belong here. Let's get you out of here. We don't want to worry about your hard drive. You read the book Druids by Peter Ellis. That revelation came from they sat under oak trees and meditated, contemplated. They used to leave. Yeah, there's all kinds of mythology about it, legends of how the Druids got their knowledge. Your dad knew a lot about the Fae. He didn't share it with us kids, though. But you've seen the signs. I should give it a read. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff out there. Yeah, they appear all around the world. That star is an abomination. Yeah, Gary, you say it is an abomination. Why are you here? If you are offended by the star, why are you here? You don't have to be here, Gary. You don't have to be here if it's an abomination. Do you walk into like places that you don't like their religion and stuff, and you walk in, this is an abomination? Like if you don't like breasts, for instance. Do you walk into a topless bar? Breasts are an abomination. Is that how you operate with your religious point of view? You go into Chippendale. Penises are an abomination. Is that how you operate? You don't like people taking shits. You go into like public restrooms. Taking shits is an abomination. Is that how you operate in life, sir? That's terrible. It's a terrible way to present yourself. Look at this nice person here. He's telling me to suffer in hell. You're such a good religious person, aren't you? I'm sure you have lots of followers in your religion. Your dad passed away. He left a heart-shaped patch under his oak tree he planted. What a beautiful memory there. I'm sorry for your loss. The will-o-wisps. Let's see. You did not recognize your Messiah. Yeah, where's he at? In your pants? Is that what you're going to say next? Look at, here he is. Yeah, no thank you. Not interested in your religion, sir. I have my own sex cult here. Not interested in joining yours. I enjoy my own version of it. Oh, let's see here. Don is in northern France. My surname is Ballard. That is, I traced my heritage through ancestry.com to northern France. My surname to Brittany there, to the Celtic tradition, and it means bold one. And when it gets translated into the Welsh, it means son of the fox. Yeah. So I did a lot of research on it. See here. Where am I at? Trying to catch up with your comments here. Where are we at here? Am I Harry Potter? Yes, I am. I am. Yeah, whatever you want me to be. I am a wizard. Yeah, I can be a wizard too. Why not? Brittany has a Celtic culture and language very much alive to this day. Lots of dolmens and merins. Yeah, those were my ancestors. Yeah, at one time, most of France, was Gaul, right? And northern Spain. These places long ago were Celtic. Long ago. That is the history, right? My allergies are getting to me. That was the history. Let's see. Say your stupid line. Do your Catholic buddies hate you? Some do. Some think that I am doing the devil's work now. Yeah. Am I a worshiper of Moloch? Well, it depends on what Moloch wants to offer me. If it's a good deal, why not? It's like, I want to give you $1 million. All right. I will worship you. Praise Moloch. Thank you for the money. Yeah. It all depends on what they're offering, these deities, right? You should treasure your autistic kids. They are protected guardians of energies. So grounding, bear fruit, important. Your grove is super. Yeah, I take them out there all the time. Yeah, I treasure all of my children, and I love them, even with their difficulties and weaknesses. When you have a child that has a disability, you're able to learn to love more. That is the gift of a child. You don't love the disability. The disability is no fun. But the child, you learn to love more. That is the benefit. What is my strongest fire spell? Ants in your pants. There you are, Mr. Fox. I cast ants on the pants to you. Bard, you should give Sabrina the Teenage Witch by Wildbrain on YouTube. Like the Tree of Wisdom, you'll enjoy your handsomely beautiful, wise, amazing, wonderful Bard. I don't know what that is. Is that like a TV show that is being represented or something? Or is that somebody that is on YouTube? Yeah. Where am I at here? You got autism diagnosed at 37. You learned to heal. Yeah. You recognize the name Ballad. Yeah. The beach is fun. Belgian, Flemish, and Dutch. Well, we don't hate you, Bard. It's our former colleagues. Yeah. We know we are all loved here. Your surname is Ryan. Common Irish last name there is. Yeah. Be a Hindu next. Yeah, of $20, I will convert to any religion. I have no problem doing that for $20. Let's see. Kirky Churchfields, Benefice of Lower Wensendale map, Eyes of Mouth map, St. Mary's Church, home of Croinos. I don't know what you're doing. That's the blueprint to Robin Hood of the ballads. Oh, why would it know what the hell that is? People with disabilities are generally constipated with spiritual gifts and other physical senses and talents. Yeah, right. They live with constant burden of living up to expectations or burned for eternity. You feel bad for them? Yeah, some people's religions are just terrible, right? Just terrible. All right, I think we have gotten to the end of the program today. Yeah, $20 American. I will convert to your religion. I have no problem doing that. $20, I get paid to do the wild thing here. Whatever religion you want, $20. There's a money symbol down there. That's where you have to go. Good morning, Joshua with many wives, coming at the end, right? Good to have you here. Is that a pentagram behind you? Pentacle. Yeah. I keep it in there to keep Christian fundamentalists away. But instead, what does it do? It draws you in to harass me. But yeah, we've come to the end. I appreciate you being here. I will be back tomorrow morning to be with you for your spiritual entertainment privilege. Like and subscribe. Join us in our Discord. Go over there, buy me a cup of coffee where it says join. We have a wonderful, wonderful Discord community. And I appreciate you all. I will see you later. Have a good rest of your day.